Not both of us having the same idea.
City's a mistake, I know. Everyone's listens to one voice only, and it is not ours.
I made full power from your voice in the darkness. I am an
Oh god, she spawned inside me. I'm going to move now.
people.
Hi, darling. Luna's outfit gorgeous. I love her. Hello. Oh, Kiko's fucking Aya, that's right. Leave me alone! I know, right? It's like, oh yes, I definitely wanted to sit there and just disco my way through life. I wasn't trying to do anything helpful or be a contributing member of the team to my fire team or anything like that. No, not at all. Why would you consider that game? Why would you assume that game? Totally true and completely accurate. Okay, wasn't supposed to go that way.
Film is on the left. Can I get a fun? Can I get a fun? Can I get a waffle? Can I please get a waffle? Oh no! Potato down!
Sorry, I watched that happen and there was nothing I could do about it.
There was nothing you could do. I needed a friend, but I
God damn it. The damage that Ring can do. We can wait him out. I'm not going to Ring after. I'm just gonna wait him out. Ring's on my side here. We got 2 more med picks. I'm gonna wait him out. Let's go! Let's go! That's a crispy win right there. Let's fucking go! Look at that shit. Nice shit, nice shit, nice shit. Look at that. Love to fucking see it. Look at fucking that. Hell yeah. Crispy.
Finally, you picked a real interesting moment to raid. Hi everybody, my name is Meet the Kid, you can call me Mickey. I'm a trans, queer, Chinese streamer. I stream 5 days a week here on Twitch. Harley, you picked a real moment to raid. We're currently playing Danganronpa 2. And yeah, you really picked a moment to raid in here, bud. Like I said, hello everybody. Hello. Hopefully you had a good stream, Harley. I'm gonna play a short raid video for everybody.
First of all, hi daddy. Second of all, thank you mommy B for that $15 tip.
I love you, bitch.
Oh my god.
I ain't gonna never stop loving you, bitch.
Redeem and Ella calling both of us parental nicknames. Hopefully it was all you wanted to pay for. Hopefully that was your money's worth. I'm glad. Congratulations. Oh, yeah, I gotta redo the video film. That's all. I just saved the file wrong. I gotta remember to do that. Thank you for the reminder. Thank you, Marshall. Finally. I over to the family-friendly platform, so I can't blow up your back on... I'm gonna stop talking now. Before I make this worse. But, like, Snow Miser and Heat Miser were my shit when I was a kid. Yeah, Illusaria, Illidan, I don't know, the place for the other place.
I adore you, but what the fuck?
Turn your poetic skin into get fancy armor, help! I'll be in my bucket.
Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good time zone to you folks. Welcome on in. Very excited to see all of you here today. Hello. Streams for the rest of the week may be up in the air. I just found out I'm going to court. So now I have to go sort all of that out. No, my color balance isn't different. It shouldn't be. I haven't done anything different to it. You stop freaking the fuck out, please? Thank you. But no, it isn't different. It's just... so... You know how I shattered my meniscus at work? My company is now currently fighting me on whether or not they think I actually hurt myself at work and are refusing to pay for the back pay for me not being at work for the past 2 months and for this surgery and for allowing me to go to this surgery, and they're even saying they might not even pay for the hospital bills now. So that's why I feel court. Yeah. So that's why for court. So stream may be up in the air this week, depending on when I can get in to talk to the lawyers and whatnot. It's fine. Everything's not fine, but it'll be fine. That's why I stream, to forget that my life is a fucking disaster. So we're gonna play some Magic today with Strike. We're both playing decks we've never actually tried before. Strike just threw his together a couple days ago, and I bought mine off of a friend 3 years ago and never touched it. So we don't know what they're gonna do. We don't know how this is gonna go. But we're both in it for the long haul to give it a good old college try. You guys know the rule for Magic Mondays. Be respectful, be here to learn. If you're new to the game, be ready to learn. Otherwise, I need to send Strike a fucking closed captions link before I forget. Because I almost forgot again. Not Libby. Strike. There we go. There's that for him. I am a professional. I do this professionally. Literally. But yeah. That's what's going on. Streams for the rest of the week might be canceled. Keep an eye on the music schedule in the Discord if you would like to know more accurately. I try and post every morning before I go to bed if there will be a stream that night. So there's that. Otherwise, I'm excited to be playing Magic again. I haven't played in a very long time and I've missed it dearly. It's been a long time coming back to playing Magic. Lay Gathering. Trying to sit in such a way that the damned captioner doesn't, like, eat half of my face. I suppose it doesn't matter here in a second when I switch scenes. But, I hope you all have had a lovely start to your week. And are enjoying, bringing Armageddon, its classic, terrible, and dickish. Fair enough.
Oh, Armageddon.
Fair enough. I should put my headset on so I can actually hear what's going on. Alright, let's actually get into some cards, shall we? Liberator, or is this Battle Thopter? Hell yeah. I'm running a new guy tonight that is apparently a wheel deck. I've never played a wheel deck before. I don't know how this is gonna go.
So I can't hear you if you are talking in a way that I'm supposed to be able to.
So I don't know how this is gonna go, but we'll find out together. Also, no, you're not supposed to hear me on this scene. It's fun. Dominaria has a mana. Sounds like
Okay,
Dominaria
just
needs some
making sure.
freedom. Me
'Cause
too.
I've got your stream up too.
Me too. I love what you name your decks, dude. You have such creative names for your decks. Anyway, I'm gonna switch scenes. We're gonna get into some paper magic. Let's do the thing. Let's get cracking. Let's get into it.
Oh, strike! No, no, buddy, do not keep this hand. No, no, do not keep this hand. This is not a good hand to keep. I know it looks like this, but it is lying to you. No, no, we're putting this one away. Even if I had a turn 1 Soul Ring in that hand, that was the only mana I had and not a thing I could cast out of it. So no, we're not. No. Nope, 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 nope. All right, am I supposed to hear you now, or are you talking now? I assume you're probably moving the... There we go. I mean, basically that's what it is. So generally speaking, wheel decks work one of two ways. Either there is a... Yeah, Mickey's going to have to flip my video in the spell table. So wheel decks generally have one of two ways. Yours is probably going to be option A, but it may also involve some aspects of option B. So option A is I have a payoff of something for every time you draw. In this case, the Writhing Storm makes a 1/1 green snake creature every time I draw a card, and it is not the first card I draw for my turn. So if I'm drawing extra cards on my turn, if I'm drawing any cards on your turn, like that's green snakes for you. Nekusar tends to work this way. A lot of decks that are wheel decks work this way, where they basically go, we're going to run as many situations in which you are drawing as possible. You're not going to be able to use your whole hand. You're going to have to discard some, so you're going to lose that way. And I'm getting a bunch of value out of all of those extra draws. Option B, which happens sometimes, is I want to set up wheels that are not symmetrical or unfair. And basically set up in a way that, is it worth moving the captions down to the bottom left corner and moving me back up to the upper right? Is that an easier way to do it? Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Celine says that she can't hear you on stream. I like that. Oh, well, it came close. Auto captions at first thought she was Celine Dion, and then realized that she was probably closer to Celine or Kyle. It's not entirely wrong.
All right, let's try this. Hello?
Hello, I can hear
Oh, I know you can hear. You've been able to time. Hello. Else here.
this. Now she can hear you. Okay.
Hey, there we go. Okay. So, PC just doesn't have access to the Duchess hand. That sucks.
Anyway, I'm gonna find a hand, because I haven't even begun to remote. I don't even know what a good hand for this deck would be.
Generally, in most commander decks, you are going to want 2 to 3 lands, and ideally some stuff you can do in relatively early turns.
Okay.
So, if you are sitting on a bunch of spells that are high cost and you don't have anywhere near enough mana to pay for them, and it doesn't look like you've got a path to be able to pay for them, that's probably not a hand worth keeping.
So I shouldn't keep a handful of 5-drops. Heard.
I mean, if you've got, like, 2
I had a
lands,
sack land.
full range-
That's all I got. I got a sack land.
That is definitely not a key.
So for relevancy here, chat, I am playing a deck I've never touched before. I bought it off of a friend right before the pandemic started, and I never got to see him play it, and I never played it before. So this is brand new to me. And Strike just put this deck together, what, 4 nights ago? 5 nights ago?
The idea has been around for quite some time. I finally got it down to the actual 100 that it is, and have been putting it together in the last few days. But I've had the desire to do a colorless deck for a while.
So TLDR, chat, none of us know what we're doing. None of us know what's gonna happen here. I'm going down to 6. I got a hand with no lands in it.
That's fair.
I am.
Draw 7. This is casual commander. Draw 7.
I am not dumb enough to keep a hand with no lands in it. I've done some stupid things in my time, but a landless hand, not one of them.
But yeah, the Commander Masters release specifically did a pre-constructed deck that was colorless, which is the first time I think they've done a colorless pre-con deck. I don't know for certain. Don't quote me on that, but I think that was the first time they've done that. But regardless, with that pre-constructed deck came a lot of the mana base that I needed to do a colorless deck. Because there are basic lands that tap for colorless, and in the rules of Commander, you can't just put any land in there, because they have... you can't, for instance, put a Plains in a deck that does not have white in its color identity. Because I have nothing in my color identity, I can't play any of the regular 5 basic lands. I have to play Wastes. And I didn't have a bunch of Wastes. Not that they're super duper expensive, but...
I mean, they're not super expensive, but they're also not super great to get a hold of.
Yeah, no, I'd have had to have gone online and picked them up and all of that, which, doable, not ideal. Luckily, the pre-con. So that's always nice. But the other interesting thing that I found when I was starting to put the deck together was, oh yeah, I forgot that I can't put, like, Arcane Signet or Commander Sphere or even Command Tower in the deck because they don't tap for anything.
So when you're ready to bring your idea to life, power it up with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Spotify.
Alright, I think I can keep this hand. Let's give it a good old college try, shall we?
Alright, do you want first or second?
I think this hand wants to go second.
Okay. Then I will step up. I will play a Wastes. That is that colorless basic land. And I even have a turn 1 play a Spectrum Sentinel. He is a 1/2 artifact creature soldier with protection from multicolored. And whenever a non-basic land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, I gain a life. And I will pass the turn.
Sounds good. Alright, I'm gonna play a forest. And unfortunately for me, I don't have a turn 1 play. And I'm just gonna pass the turn to you.
Okay. I will draw. I will play a Wastes. And I will swing for 1.
I will begrudgingly take the 1.
Let's turn a man sideways, see what happens. And then I will pass the turn.
Sounds good. Drawing a card. I'm gonna play Simic Growth. No, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, gotta play one. Just kidding. I'm gonna play Exotic Orchard, because that's gonna do so much for me today. I'm so glad. I've got a colorless mana now. Can do with that whatever I wish, I suppose. And then I pass the turn.
So, I'm reasonably certain that in this case, technically by the rules, the Exotic Orchard won't tap for anything. However, because this is a one-on-one, not how this is supposed to go, by all means, have it tap for colorless. I am not in any way, shape, or form going to do that to you. I'm going to play a Field of Ruin. Oh, you played a non-basic land, though, so I am going to gain that.
Ah, fuck, I forgot about that, damn it.
And now I'm going to tap 3. I'm going to play a Palladium Mirror. He's like a Soul Ring on a stick.
We love soul rings on a stick in this house.
And then I will pass the turn.
Alright. I'm going to play a mountain. Lament my lack of blue and pass the turn. I was really banking on drawing a blue. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I don't have blue either.
Well, you don't have any colors, so.
That's true. All right.
I'd be more concerned if you did have blue.
Go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, and bring out the Thopter.
Okay.
And I think that's all I've got for the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn.
You got it, boss. I'm gonna draw, pray for a blue. Not a blue! It's a green.
Need a blue? Because I can get you a blue.
No, I don't particularly need it. Like it. Be preferred, but it's not like I'm fiending for it, or I'm fiending for it a little bit. No, I'll be alright. We survive. Ooh, actually, you know what? Hold on. No, because that turns into a problem. Never mind. We're good. Pass the turn. I'm overthinking things in my head.
I mean, that happens. All right, I'm going to untap. Draw. Ooh. Ooh. All right, let's do this. We're going to tap the mirror. And 2 wastes. And we're going to cast a Joyra's Familiar.
Oh boy, I know what that one does.
It just makes my stuff cheaper.
I mean... Sure.
However, that does give me an Urza's Battlethopter trigger. I'll give you +1 counter. +1/+1 counter on Urza's Battlethopter.
Hell yeah.
I spent more mana than Urza's power on that spell. And then I will pass.
Oh no, strike! I know what this deck does. This isn't wheel at all. This isn't wheel as fuck.
Uh-oh.
This isn't wheel. This isn't wheel as fuck. Oh no. I know what this is. This is the chaos deck.
Oh.
This is the chaos deck, not the other one.
I mean, that's unfortunate.
I mean, I'm cool with it, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, this has to be his chaos deck. I remember this exact combo. Oh boy, this deck never worked for me when I used to play it, so that's reassuring as fuck. We're gonna play Simic Growth Chamber tapped, bounce the Exotic Orchard, then discard the Exotic Orchard for hand size. Since it's not doing anything for me.
That's fair.
And then pass the turn. That gets me my blue.
Okay, good.
That's what I was overthinking. I was like, would I need to discard the Exotic Orchard? I want the Exotic Orchard gone. The way that I'm trying to figure this out is, can I get rid of it?
I mean, I could have fielded Ruin.
Yeah, but like, potato, potato, tomato, tomato. We've solved the issue either way.
Alright, so I will play Mycosynth Gardens as my land.
Okay.
Which taps for a Wingding. 1 and tap it. I can have 1 mana of any color, which I will do. And X and tap it. The Mycosynth Gardens becomes a copy of target non-token artifact I control at value X.
Ooh, that's not terrifying at all.
Oh, and I gained a life from the non-basic land you played. And
That's very true. Alright. I have mana now. Let's do some things, shall we?
Yeah, mana is good.
How many mana do you have? 4?
So I have 4 lands plus the Palladium Mirror, and Joyer's Familiar is giving me a discount on historic spells.
Okay, so doing that won't entirely matter. So we are going to blue-green 1-2 for Rashmi Attorney's Crafter.
That sounds not a thing I like. What is it?
Casting for a spell each turn, reveal top card of your library. If it's a non-land with CMC less than the card you just played, you can cast it without spending its mana cost. If you don't cast a revealed card, put it in your hand.
Okay. That's a thing.
And then I pass the turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to do a couple of things. So for starters, I'm going to tap the Mirror and the Field of Ruin for 3 and flash in a Fran Dynamo. Liberator lets me cast colorless and artifact spells as though they have flash, so we'll start there. Liberator will trigger and get a counter. And that was only 3 because it's an artifact and I have Joyous Familiar. Then we're going to do... Then we're going to do 1, 2. And I'm going to cast Spatial Contortion, targeting Rashmi. She gets +3, -3 until end of turn.
You know, fair enough. Goodbye, Rashmi.
Because I'm reasonably certain that every bit of that is going to be nonsense.
yeah, it is.
Just
yeah.
100% nonsense. So let's do the arrangement of the battlefield. Then okay, then we're going to go ahead and do 10 turns.
Okay.
Yes. Move 10 turns. Draw my card. Alright, I know land. Sweet. Arcane Lighthouse. Arcane Lighthouse taps for a Wingding. And for 1 and tap it until end of turn, creatures your opponents control lose Hexproof and Shroud and can't have Hexproof or Shroud.
Okay.
Then,
I don't particularly like where this is going for me.
then we're gonna do. Let's do that. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap the Mycosynth Gardens to make a copy of Joyra's Familiar,
Oh, joy.
giving me an extra discount on my spells.
Yes, sir.
Then I will swing with the battle copter for 3.
I will begrudgingly take the 3.
It is commander damage.
Not much I can do about that.
But it's from my commander, not from yours.
You know, that's fair. I should probably mark.
I don't know that it actually matters in this particular scenario a whole heck of a lot.
We're gonna
but-
pretend like I clicked on the right thing the first time.
And then I will pass the turn.
Alright. Yay, land! Do we want to have fun or do we want to do something weird? That's the real question. I might be able to do both. Nope, can't do both. Never mind. Blue, red, 1, 2, 3, 4. For Melik, is it Paragon?
Oh, that's... Nothing with the word "is it" in it.
Play with the top card revealed. You can cast instant and sorceries from the top of your library. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery from your library, copy it. You may then choose new targets for the copy.
Boy. That's not great.
Shh, it's fine.
In response, I'm going to tap 4 and flash in a Scavenged Brawler.
Oh boy.
He is a 4/4 Flying Vigilance Trample Lifelink with the ability for 5 and exile him from your graveyard. Choose target creature, put 4 +1/+1 counters on a flying counter, a vigilance counter, a trample counter, and a lifelink counter on that creature. Activate sorcery. Liberator gets a turn.
Oh
All
boy.
right, that's my only response.
Okay. Well, I'm tapped out, and the Paragon's kind of there. If you can't read my top deck is currently Peiko Arcane Retriever.
Is that a dog?
It's a giant dinosaur dog, yeah.
Okay. All right. You got anything else?
No.
Okay. And I will move time points. Stuff. Did you play land this turn?
I've skipped a land drop for like 3 turns now.
Okay.
I'm very behind on land. I kept a hand thinking I would draw more land than I have, forgetting that the gods forsake me when it comes to land drops.
Yeah, that's a thing that happens. All right, I will pass the turn.
You're just passing?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So the upcoming problem is, I know Peiko is in the deck to specifically fetch something, but I could not tell you for the life of me what that something is, because it's been 3 years since I've seen this deck played. Oh, no, he's in here for the spicy stuff.
How do you spell Peiko?
P-A-K-O. It's his partner that fetches him. That's what it is.
Oh.
Peiko's the part you want. Haldon gets Peiko. I'm gonna
Gotcha.
play Peiko.
That's unfortunate.
Red, green, 1, 2, 3. For Peiko, Arcane Retriever.
Yeah. And
Whenever-
you got next.
He's a shiny, too. Whenever Peiko Arcane Retriever attacks, exile top card of each player's library and put a fetch counter on each of them. Put a +1/+1 counter on Peiko for each creature, non-creature card exiled this way. How much do you trust your deck? Anyway, we're gonna swing with Peiko.
All right, hang on. You're gonna move to attacks.
Yes.
Is what you're gonna do. And then I am gonna panic cast something because everything about that elemental hound thing screams, "Do not fucking trust it."
He's just a little lad.
He's gonna be a little less in a minute. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana total.
Okay.
For a Cityscape Leveler, which normally costs 8.
Oh boy.
Trigger for Urza's Battlethopter.
Alright.
Cityscape Leveler is an 8/8 trample. When you cast this spell and whenever Cityscape Leveler attacks, destroy up to 1 target non-permanent. Its controller creates a tapped Power Stone token. So I am blowing up your dog.
Goodbye,
and giving you a
doggy.
Power Stone in exchange.
Okay. He's a Power Stone now.
Yeah, he's a Power Stone now.
A very sad dog.
I mean, not as sad as I was about to be.
Yeah, you know, fair enough. I was gonna say, because I think a lot of your deck is non-creature fun
Yeah,
stuff.
it's a colorless deck. There's only so much I can do in that regard. There's a lot of non-creature cards in this deck. I would like them to stay in the deck.
So my entire plan was Peiko. So I'm gonna pass the turn. Sadly, dogless. Much like in my real life.
At the end of your turn, I am going to flash in the One Ring.
Oh boy.
And then I will tap it and put a burden counter on it. It is my burden to bear. And I will draw a card. The only downside to this, of course, is that now I can't use its protection.
Okay.
Because I am only protected from everything until my next turn. So now that I untap, that goes away. But you know what? It's totally worth it. I will take a damage from the One Ring. I will draw my card for the turn. I'm going to play an Urza's Tower. First of the Tron lands.
Yay, Tron lands.
Then I'm going to tap the One Ring and put a burden counter on it and draw 2 cards.
Okay.
That'll do. We're gonna tap Palladium Mirror for 2 mana. And we're gonna bring in Savrock's Tome. When Savrock's Tome enters the battlefield, you may take the initiative!
Oh boy.
The initiative is a bullshit mechanic that I am absolutely using, which I probably shouldn't. However, I'm going to do it anyway. So I have taken the initiative. I retain the initiative until another player's creature deals combat damage to me, at which point that player takes the initiative, unless somebody plays a card that would otherwise let them do the thing.
You might be holding initiative for a while.
That is the hope. Not gonna lie. With the initiative, I venture into the Undercity.
Actually, I'm going to take initiative.
I was gonna say, You may want to pull that up in spell table just so you can see what the Undercity looks like. So we're going to start by searching my library for a basic land card, put it in my hand at the secret entrance to the Undercity.
Technologies back to school
Okay.
with deals on top tech for class, hobbies, and more. Now, when you buy, you
There we go. There's the wastes.
With every eligible purchase, Dell will donate to UNICEF in support of Giggle, a UNICEF ITU global initiative to connect schools across the globe to the internet. Accidental damage protection included. Get rare deals on select laptops and desktops powered by the latest Intel Core processors.
All right, and I am on secret entrance.
UNICEF does not endorse any company brand product or service.
Okay.
This goes into my hand. I've already played a land for this turn. That makes me kind of sad, but it's okay. We're then gonna go ahead and pay 3 for Koldotha Forge Master. What's the type card of your library currently?
It's a forest.
Koldotha Forge Master is a 3/5 artifact creature that has the ability to tap, sacrifice 3 artifacts, search your library for an artifact card, and put it onto the battlefield.
Oh boy.
And I only paid 3 for him, so that is not enough to trigger the Liberator, and I will pass the turn.
Okay. I think I have one way to get initiative away from you. But that's a long shot, and we're gonna pray. We're gonna pray a lot. Let's untap first. Grab our land, flip the top deck over. New top deck is the Jin Illuminatus, by the way.
That sounds unfortunate.
I mean, when we get there. Play our land per turn.
Instant and sorcery spell you cast has Replicate.
I said when we get there.
That's not okay.
I said when we get there. We're gonna get there, by the way. I'm gonna grow spiral and draw a card.
You basic landed, right?
Yes.
Okay. Danny, it's because I love you. You just have to deal.
Oh, you get lucky. We don't have enough mana to Jin Illuminatus right now. Balls.
Even with the extra land you can play with Growth Spiral?
Yeah, because I don't have an extra land to play with Growth Spiral.
Oh,
I Growth Spiraled to get the Jin Illuminatus. However, I can, in a very cheeky way, absolutely not play that card because I tapped my blue mana to get Growth Spiral, and I only have 1 blue.
I mean, I can fix that for you real quick.
No, thank you. You've got, what, 2/2s across the board? Bunch of 2/2s as far as the eye can see?
Liberator is a 5/6 flyer. The Scavenged Brawler is a 4/4 flying, vigilance, trample, lifelink. Cityscape Leveler is an 8/8. Koboltha Forge Master is a 3/5. Number of 2/2s and a 1/2. The Spectrum Sentinel's only a 1/2.
Well, that's not gonna work the way I wanted it to. Boy, I really wish I had a second source of blue right now.
I'm telling you, I can fix it.
No, I'll be alright.
That Kyle's butt eyes.
I think... fuck. Does that work like that?
I don't know. I don't know what a butt eye is.
You said the Thopter is an 8/8?
The Cityscape Leveler is an 8/8. The Battlethopter is a 5/6.
I think I can kill the Battlethopter, which is arguably my biggest problem right now. We're gonna see if it works like that. I'm pretty sure it does. We're gonna pay 2 red, and then 3 for Comet Storm. Choose any target, then choose another target for each time the spell is kicked. I'm not kicking it. Comet Storm deals X damage to each of them. I'm going to deal 3 damage to the Thopter, and then Melik is going to copy Comet Storm, and I'm going to do another 3 damage to the Thopter.
Are you casting Comet Storm off your library?
No. That's the caveat. Okay, there it is. There it is. I knew there was something. I was like, that can't be true. That's too good to be true.
So do you want to take that one back?
We're gonna redo targets and kill the 1-2, because I need to get something off of your board. It's terrifying.
Do you want the 1-2, or do you want one of the things that is giving me discounts on all my artifacts?
Ooh, you know what? Let's grab one of the Jiras, yeah.
Okay, in response to that, then, I will flash in a Howling Mind.
Fair enough.
So that I get to draw cards from it first.
And honestly, you're fucking exhausting.
I will let you blow up one of my things.
And then I pass the turn, because everything else in my hand is blue, and I have no blue.
That is unfortunate. What's on top of your library?
An island. A blue.
Oh, well then there you go. I will untap. I will take 2 damage from the 1 ring. I will, during the beginning of my upkeep, I also venture into the Undercity. So that lets me put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature.
Oh boy.
Go ahead and put them on the Scavenged Brawler.
Okay.
Because why not? Then I will go ahead and draw. And I draw 2 thanks to Howling Mind. Then I will play a Wastes for turn.
Okay.
And let's do.
I don't know what to do.
Starting to run a little out of board space, which is fine. Let's do 2 and 2 to play a Forsaken Monument. Colorless creatures I control get +2/+2. Whenever I tap a permanent for colorless, I get an extra colorless. And whenever I cast a colorless spell, I gain 2 life.
Oh boy.
So that's a helper. Then we're going to tap the ring. We're going to add a burden counter onto it. We're going to draw 3 cards. That's nice. Let's do the thing. Sure. All right. I only get a 1 mana discount, so the Thran Dynamo is going to tap for 4, thanks to the Forsaken Monument. And we will get another 1/2 out of that waste, so I've got 5 mana. No, 6 mana currently in my pool. And I will cast Ugin the Ineffable. Can't really see, so. What is that? Is we're going to put the Cityscape Leveler up here, and Forge Master up here. Ugin can go down there. So Ugin the Ineffable is a 4 loyalty Planeswalker. He says colorless spells I cast cost 2 less to cast. His +1 is exile the top card of your library face down and look at it. Create a 2/2 colorless spirit creature token. When that token leaves the battlefield, put the exile card in your hand. And for -3, I can destroy target permanent that is 1 or more colors.
That's a lot of that. What sounds like not great.
I gain 2 life because I cast a colorless spell. Then I will. I don't think there's a way to do this super conveniently, so we're just gonna make it work. Urza's Tower for 2, that gets me to 3 total mana. Wastes for 2, that gets me to 5. Platinum Angel. For 6 mana, or I'm sorry, for 4 mana. It's Ugin plus the Familiar. She is a 4/4 flying angel. I can't lose the game, and my opponents can't win the game. Then we're gonna. Yeah, let's do it. Let's +1 Ugin. So I will exile the top card of my library. Oh, I kind of wish I had that in my hand. And make it a 2/2 colorless spirit creature token.
This is getting alarming fast.
Then, well, and it is colorless, so it becomes a 4/4. Thanks for saying that.
Oh, true.
So there's that. Let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and attack you with the Cityscape Leveler. He is an 8/8 trample. When he attacks, I may destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. I'm going to pick the 2/2 Spirit. When it leaves the battlefield, I put the exiled card into my hand, so now I have it in my hand, and I create a tapped Power Stone token.
Oh boy.
But I didn't blow up anything on your board.
That's true, you didn't.
So I feel like that's probably a good thing in the scheme of things.
The grand scheme of things, a little bit, maybe. I don't feel very safe.
Well, there's still an 8/8 trample coming your way, so I wouldn't feel super safe either.
Can I do anything about that? Let's see.
I mean, you could block with your horrible Izzet thing.
I really don't want to block with my horrible Izzet thing, though.
But what if you did, though?
What if I didn't, though? What if, hear me out, he lives?
Well, then I think you have to take 8.
I do have to take 8, you're right. Damn.
I'm sorry. You have to take 10. He's colorless.
That's true, he is.
And I will pass the turn.
Alright, depending on what I top deck here, I might scoop.
Yeah, this might be a scoop in time.
Yeah, that's a scoop. That's a land 5 turns too late.
Yeah. Especially since I had both Warping Whale and Not of This World in my hand.
Yeah.
Warping Whale lets me counter a sorcery spell. And Not of This World allows me to counter target spell or ability that targets a permanent you control.
Oh.
So yeah, nasty stuff. All right, so this worked. Nice.
Now that I know what this deck is supposed to do.
You want to give it another go?
Yeah. Now that I remember which of his decks this is.
That's fair. I really need to get a initiative token, but I forgot what I was in store for.
It'd be like that sometimes. I had 3 Jaces in hand for like 4 turns and no blue mana to play them with, and I was so sad, dude.
Yeah, that would make me sad too.
At one point, my buddy that I bought all these decks off of had a Super Friends, a Tracks of Super Friends deck that ran every single Jace.
Oof. That sounds like a rough go.
It was. We reserved that deck for what we like to affectionately call the bullies of the play shop that we used to hang out at.
That's fair.
The guys who thought tier 1s were tier 4s because they'd played CEDH so long that a turn 3 win was the normal.
Yeah. I mean, and it's like, and we've talked about this off stream too. Like the real trouble with Commander is so much of it relies on the social contract, and that's great if you're with a regular group that you have good communication with. You can, upkeep a social contract. The problem is that for a lot of people, they're playing with the rando at the game store or whatever, and it's like, well, I don't know these people. I don't know, what their thought is as far as how stuff works. Do you want to reset the game?
I will grab it here in a second. Yep. There we go.
All right.
Now that I know what I'm looking for in a hand.
Yeah, I will let you decide how you want to do this. You want to play first or draw first?
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Flame Grill.
Yeah, B, Danny streamed for a while yesterday. You missed it.
It's true, I watched it happen.
It was like in the middle of the day, I think, while you were getting the kids home from school and stuff. Or no, they just started school today. It was in the middle of the day, though. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? Show me non-tapped lands. We'll take it. We'll take that as fuck. I'm gonna take the play this time.
Alright.
I am going to play... an island and pass.
Okay. I will draw a card. I will play a wastes and pass.
Alright, I am going to draw a card. We will then play Gruul Turf, bouncing the island back to hand. And pass a turn.
Alright, I will draw a card. I will play a wastes for turn. And I will pass the turn.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw.
Oh, that was foolish. I should have done that before.
We're going to play a island. And then we are going to pass the turn.
Okay.
Just nice, simple magic.
That's a thing that's happening. Alright, we are going to play a Reliquary Tower.
When you buy Kroger brand products, you feel like you're winning. That's because they offer proven quality at lower than low prices. In fact, we guarantee that you and your family will love how Kroger brand products taste, or you get your money back. So So next time you're shopping for the family, look for delicious Kroger brand products because they'll make you all feel like
I'm
you're
gonna
winning.
pass the turn.
Shop now, in store, or online. Kroger, fresh.
Oh, okay. That's, yeah, that... Alright. Got the card on the floor, I'm going to cry.
Huntington offered their statements
Okay, I got it.
in Braille. Imagine that.
Get more than money from your bank. Welcome to Huntington.
We're gonna play a...
Thanks for listening to Spotify. No, really.
I'm gonna play a first for my land per turn this time.
You could have spun some vinyl.
Okay.
You could have played a cassette tape. You could have listened to an 8-track tape. If you knew it.
Then we're gonna play Evolution Charm. Picking the first option to search my library for a basic land, reveal it, and put it in my hand.
Okay.
We are gonna go get a mountain. Revealing the mountain. Mountain to my hand.
Yep.
Passing turn while I shuffle.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to pay 3 and flash in Liberator.
That's valid.
Draw a card. I'm going to play the Mage Ring Network.
Okay.
I'm going to pay 3 mana. Play Semblance Anvil. Exiling Manifold Key.
Okay.
I get a trigger on Liberator. And now all spells that I cast that share a card type with the exiled card cost 2 less to cast.
Oh boy.
And I will pass the turn.
We're gonna play an island for my land per turn this time, after we untap our lands like a silly goofy boy. And then we are going to... Do I have enough to do both? I do not. I'm one short, because I played my land per turn already. So we're gonna do the first one, and then we'll do the second one later. We're gonna tap green and 1 for Tribute to the Wild. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact or enchantment.
That's unfortunate.
Really is, isn't it?
It really is. I guess I'm sacrificing Liberator.
Oh, alright. I mean, that's fair. And then... I will pass the turn.
Tap. Draw. I will play a War Room for turn. War Room, by the way, is an excellent land for any monocolor deck would want to run it, and almost any dual color land would probably want, or dual color deck would probably want to run it. It taps for a colorless, comes in untapped. For 3 and tap it, you can pay life equal to the number of colors in your commander's color identity to draw a card.
Okay.
So for a monocolor deck, it's 3 and a life, draw a card. That's not bad. For me, it'll just be 3 because I don't have any colors in my commander's color identity. So I'll just pay 3 for that. And then I will pass the turn.
Alrighty, untap, upkeep, draw. Play a mountain for my land per turn this time around.
Okay.
Then we're going to red, green, blue, 1. Calamax the Storm color. Stormire, sorry, Stormire. Whenever you cast your first instant spell each turn, if Calamax the Stormsire is tapped, copy the spell. You may then choose a new target for that copy. Whenever you copy an instant spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Calamax.
Okay.
It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, that's a thing.
He's just a little lad.
I'm gonna go ahead and put a storage counter on my miniature.
You know, fair enough. Pass the turn.
End of your turn, I'll pay 3, discounted by 2 for the Semblance Anvil to reflash Urza's Battle Bouncer back. Battlefield.
Sounds good.
We'll draw a card. I'm going to play Field of Ruin for my hand for turn. And then I will go ahead and pass the turn.
Alrighty. Here's where the fun begins. I'm gonna play a land per turn, because I have those now. Then we're going to go to combat.
Okay.
We're gonna swing with Calamax for 4.
Alright, in response. 1 and 2, I'm going to flash in a trading post.
Okay.
I'm getting Urza's Battle Bouncer trigger for that. Then I will flash in 1, 2, 3, a Darksteel Juggernaut. Getting another Urza's Battle Bouncer trigger for that. The Darksteel Juggernaut is a 4/4.
Oh boy.
And is indestructible. And I will block Calamax with the Juggernaut.
In response to blocks, tap 1 red, 2 red, 1, 2, 3, 4 for Comet Storm for 4. Dealing 4 damage to the thingamafuck.
Which thingamafuck?
The thing you're blocking with. My brain is...
So the Juggernaut's indestructible. Now, by casting Comet Storm at all, you'll make a copy. So you can absolutely hit the Juggernaut. But I would hit me in the face with one of them, and then the Battlethopter with the other. The copy will put a +1/+1 counter on Calamax, and it will survive. Plus, killing the Battlethopter will also keep the Darksteel Juggernaut from killing Calamax, even if it didn't.
That's true. You see that? You can. I'm gonna flip those over. I just realized you could see that. Yeah, we'll do that.
So, Battlethopter dies. The Darksteel Juggernaut does not die. I take 4. But the Calamax at least is blocked. So
that's true.
That.
And then we pass the turn.
Okay. So this is going to get bad fast if I'm not careful.
Whatever are you talking about?
Alright, I'm just going to have to gamble here, because I really don't have a whole lot of options. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Battlethopter. have to swing with the Juggernaut, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. It must attack each combat if able. So
I take the Juggernaut.
Yep.
God damn, that's loud as fuck.
I mean, it's a Juggernaut. It's supposed to be.
Fair enough.
And I will pass the turn.
Alright. You, made a mistake there, bud.
I mean, probably several of them, but...
Alright, we're gonna move to combat. We're gonna swing with the boy.
Alright. So, at the moment, my only available blocker is Liberator. That's obviously not good. Calamax, however, does not have Trample. So I'm going to pay 1 and tap the Trading Post. Pay 1 life. To make a goat.
Okay.
It is a 0-1.
I know how the trading post works. I have had adventures with the goat.
What up? I'm Jared, I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read.
And I will declare the goat as the blocker.
In response to declare goat as blocker,
Okay.
you tap 2 green, 2 colorless, for Slice and Twain.
I don't like the name of that. I'm reasonably...
Destroy target artifact or enchantment, draw a card.
Okay, which artifact or enchantment would you like to blow up?
Me start with the goat maker and draw a card.
Okay.
Calamax is sideways. Me'd go again.
Yeah.
Me pick cost reducing artifact.
That's...
Draw another card.
Yeah.
Pass turn. Oh, no, wait. Hold on. Maybe not. The goat's gonna die. Gotta make sure goat dies. Goat die important.
Yeah, the goat dies.
Goat die very important.
Alright.
Now pass turn. Waited for goat to die. Calamax goes up to a +3.
Yeah, that's not great. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan. Especially since now I have to pay full price for shit, Mickey. Do you have any idea how annoying that is?
Yeah.
Like, full fucking price?
Me also
Really?
have to pay full price. No see me complain. Teamer no cheap.
Teamer has access to green.
Teamer no cheap.
The only reason you're paying full price for stuff is because you refuse to participate in the same green tax fraud bullshit that the rest of you green mages do.
Teehee.
Alright, let's do... More mana or a cost reducer. Fuck. I really don't have a great option for that. So... How many cards are in your hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright. I know that you like drawing cards, so... I will pay 5. And I will cast Introduction to Annihilation.
Oh boy. That sounds
this
no
one,
fun.
We exile target non-land permanent. Its controller draws a card.
Oh.
Can you guess who gets to go to the exile zone?
Is it Calamax?
It's totally Calamax. Fuck that guy. Draw cards.
I draw cards.
Yeah. That gets me a trigger on Urza's Battlethopter. So that's something. And I will swing at you for 4, 2 of which is commander damage. Racking up them big numbers.
He takes.
Then I will pass the turn.
Okay. Me untap. Me draw. Me play a Desolate Lighthouse for land per turn. Me likely going to regret this, but me tap out. Play Swarm Intelligence.
That sounds like some green bullshit.
Me cast instance or sorcery. Me do it twice.
Oh, that's blue bullshit. Okay, that makes more sense.
Me do it twice.
Yeah, that's not great.
Now me pass turn. See, no scary. Your turn.
Beyond 10. We draw. You know what? I'm not going to question it at this stage of the game. We're gonna tap 1, play Soul.
Okay.
Use the mana. It's fine. It's fine. That does not get me an Urza's Battlethopter trigger. It does make my Juggernaut a bit bigger. Then I'm gonna pay full fucking price for a Lithoform engine.
Uh-oh.
The Lithoform engine enters the battlefield. Or no, it's a cast trigger. It's not a reason. So that triggers Urza's Battlethopter, but it won't be in play, so I can't duplicate that this turn. Which is fine. I will then tap 2 and put another counter on the main drain network. Storage land for the win. Then I will go ahead. You have no critters, so we're swinging for 7, 3 of which is commander damage.
Okay.
And then I pass the turn.
Sounds good. Now I get to do fun things. Draw? But which fun thing do I want to do? Can I do both of these and still have time? Let's just start with this. Red, blue, 1, 2, 3. No. We're gonna do the other one. We're gonna do the other one as fuck. Blue, green. 1, 2. For Rashmi, Eternity's Crafter.
Her again?
Yes. Resolves?
Hang on, let me check all of my counter. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay, cool. Then we're gonna tap a red and 1, 2, 3 for Surreal Memoir. Return an instant card at random from your graveyard to your hand. If I understand how the stack of this goes, I get the double and then I get 2 Rashmi triggers back to back, correct?
So you won't get 2 Rashmi triggers because Rashmi only triggers.
It's the first one. That's right. Okay.
So that goes on the stack. The cast triggers of both the Swarm Intelligence and the Rashmi go on the stack in whichever order you would prefer. Swarm Intelligence is a 35-cent card. God damn
Yeah.
it.
Okay, pick a number 1 through 4 and then choose from the left or from the right.
2 from the left.
1, 2. Okay. Pick a number 1 through 3 and then choose one right or left.
Oh, you were resolving. So are you resolving? Hang on. So before we do that second one, first off, so are you putting the swarm intelligence copy on the stack last then, or are you doing the Rashmi trigger first?
I'm gonna do the Rashmi trigger first. That's probably smarter. You're right. I can't cast it anyways. It's Wart the Raid Mother. He's gonna hang out there on top.
Card with converted mana cost less than 4.
Is it?
That's what Rashmi says.
It's a no. It's got to be less total, and this is 6.
Oh, Ward is 6. Okay, yeah,
Ward is 6.
If it's 3 or less, it's kosher.
No, that's why I stopped. I had to count again. I was like, no, wait. Ward is 6.
Okay, so that goes into your hand.
He vibes.
Now we get the copy of Surreal Memoir.
1 through 3, then right from left, or right or left.
2 left.
All right. Would you like to know the cards you chose, or would you like to just accept your fate?
I don't get to know. It does not. It does not tell me. It does not have you reveal it. So.
It does get a rebound though, so I get to do this again later.
Yes.
All right. End of turn. I am going to discard Teamer Charm for hand size and pass the turn.
Okay. I will untappity tappity. All right. Battlethopter. We gotta get some shit online here. Let's play a wastes. Let's do some shit here, because this is some bullshit. And I'm not a fan.
No, that's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
There is nothing fine about this.
It is fine.
Right. Let's do some math. Fuck. I was really kind of hoping that would be different, but it's not. Okay. Okay. Actually, I would have just enough if I did that. Is that worth it?
What is chronic migraine? It's 15 or more headaches.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do.
Lasting 4 hours or more. Botox.
I'm going to tap the majoring network and remove 2 counters to add 2 colorless mana to my mana.
Okay.
I'm going to use this spin down die just to keep track. Make sure that I do not count this one. 2 more from Soul.
Swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions
3 more from Wastes.
Okay.
Allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions.
Reliquary Tower.
Asthma symptoms and dizziness.
War Room.
If there's a skin
9.
Tell your doctor your medical history.
Field of Ruin.
Conditions including ALS, Lou Gehrig's
Okay.
You're tapped out, so I am really hoping that you don't have like fear starting shit.
Increase the risk of serious side effects.
Talk to your doctor and visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com or call 1.
We're gonna cast Cityscape Leveler.
Okay.
Does it resolve?
Unfortunately, because I tapped like an ass, yes.
Okay, so when Cityscape Leveler resolves, it has a triggered ability. While that triggered ability is on the stack, I'm going to pay the remaining 2 mana that is left. Oh, and the Battlethopter gets it. I'm going to pay the remaining 2 mana that is left into the list aforementioned to copy that ability and choose new targets for it.
Okay.
This allows me to blow up 2 non-land permanents, and its controller will create a tapped Power Stone token.
Let me guess.
So, Rashmi and the blue bullshit of Swarm Intelligence need to go the fuck home.
You know what? Fair enough.
Because 1 turn with that nonsense, and already I was like, nope. So that brings the Darksteel Juggernaut up to a 5/5. And the Battlethopter up to a 4/5. So 4 commander damage and 5 regular.
Okay.
And then I will pass the turn.
Alright, untap. At my upkeep, our Surreal Memoir is going to go back off.
Yeah, it is.
These are all 3. Yep, these are all 3 targets. Okay. Pick a number 1 through 3, and then from the left or from the right?
Pick the one in the middle.
The one in the middle, you got it. That's not bad, I'll take it. Not what I wanted, but I'll take it. And then Surreal Memoir is exiled permanently. That's not ideal, but not awful. What do the Power Stones do again?
So they can tap to add 1 colorless that cannot be used on a non-artifact spell. So you can use it on artifact spells or any other costs that aren't spells themselves.
Okay. Let's see. There's a way that I can go about doing this that saves me from death. There's a way. There is a way to do this. Blue, red, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 for Mellet. Is it Paragon? I do not think this fully saves me. But I think this is the start. Revealing Lightning Greaves on top.
Okay.
And then... we decide what we want to do here. I know what we do. We pay 2 for Evolution Charm. We're gonna go fetch a blue, put it in our hand, play it for our land per turn, and then reveal our top deck again.
Okay.
God, I was not getting an island for a while. There's your island. Play it as my land per turn. Not tapped because I don't need to tap it yet.
That's true. Islands do come into play on tap.
They do be untapped. Would you like a cut or anything?
No, I'm good.
Alright, revealing a forest as the top deck. And then we are going to pass the turn and pray to God we didn't make a bad move.
Okay.
Kiss, kiss for love.
Draw. Ooh, that's... I don't know if I like that. All right. Let's see. Let's do... One, two, three. And tap the War Room to draw a card. While that's on the stack, I'm going to be foolish and use the Lithiform engine to copy that. So I'll draw 2 cards.
Okay.
Ooh, that's interesting. I really wish I still had my discounter. And I got to swing with the Juggernaut for 5.
Take it.
And I'll pass the turn.
Alrighty, untap. Upkeep, draw the forest, revealing another land. Son of a fuck. Play the land for my land per turn. You know what? We'll do it.
Nice, bad Kyle.
Five for Peiko, the goodest boy.
Seriously, again?
He just wants to come hang out. Let him hang out.
No.
He just wants to play.
Absolutely not.
Let him play.
Yeah, no. 1, 2, 3. Like, you're really messing up my plan here, Keiko. I'm going to cast Titan's Presence. As an additional cost to cast this spell, reveal a colorless creature card from your hand. Exile target creature if its power is less than or equal to the revealed card's power. I will reveal Platinum Angel. He's less than 4, right?
No.
He's not a 4 or less power?
Oh, he is. He had never. I thought it was a cost. Yeah, he is. He's a 3/3.
Yeah, it's power.
Goodbye, boy.
He's exiled.
Someday I'll get to play with the boy.
You've played him twice in 2 successive games.
Someday.
And Titan's Presence is only 3 casting costs, so it does not give me a trigger.
You know what? I want a new hand. I would very much like a new hand.
Don't you do it. Don't you wheel us.
Oh, no, there's no us here. I'm wheeling me.
Okay.
How big is your commander again? It's a 5/5?
It is a 4/5.
I think I have 5 cards. I do. Cool. I'd like a new hand. Red, blue, 1, 2. For Channeled Force, I'm gonna discard 5 cards. I'm gonna draw 5 cards, and then I'm gonna do 5 damage to your commander. You get to see every card I draw, by the way. So, drawing Rugged Highlands, a plane, or an island, Nascent Metamorph, Chaos Warp, and a Haldren, Avid Arcanist. Really sucks that I got Halden after Peiko got exiled. That's rough, buddy. Did I play my land per turn? I did. I don't have the forest in my hand. That's unfortunate too, actually. Take the opportunity to get some free damage in. Swing with Melik.
I have an 8/8 trample untapped.
Oh, that's right, you do. Never mind. Revealing top card, it is an Is It Boilerworks. Man, I was getting a lot of lands. Holy fuck.
Must be nice. You done?
Pass the turn.
Awesome.
Oh, that's gonna be fun against this deck, though. I'm here for whatever. I'm here for the card I drew.
It costs 9 mana. You realize that?
I'm aware.
Just saying. Like,
I hold no shame.
That's a lot. Alright, fuck it, we ball. We're gonna tap 2 for Howling Mine.
Okay.
You'll get more benefit out of it than I will to start with, but that's fine. Then we're going to tap 4. I'm going to cast the One Ring.
Oh boy.
I now have protection from everything until the beginning of my next turn.
Okay.
I will tap the One Ring and put a burden counter on it. Oop. Drawing your card. And Juggernaut is a 6/6 coming your way.
I take the 6. There's nothing I can really... I suppose I could let go of Melik. He's not really doing... I'm going to block with Melik.
Okay.
He's not really doing much for me.
Fair enough. I will pass the turn.
Alright, I'm going to hope that this works the way that I think it works. Because if it doesn't, screaming, crying, throwing up in the club. Alright, we're going to start by playing a Rugged Highlands tapped.
Okay.
Then, we're going to pay 3 for Haldon, Avid Arcanist. I may play non-creature cards from exile with fetch counters if I exiled them, and then I can spend any mana of any color to play that spell.
Okay.
We're going to do something...
Super duper gross. With Yeah, no.
Well, so I can't play Paco himself.
That's correct.
Which is unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate, actually. I just want my boy back. We're going to play 2 for Nascent Metamorph. Whenever he attacks or blocks, target opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reach a creature card. Nascent Metamorph becomes a copy of that card until the end of turn. Then that player puts all cards revealed that way on the bottom of his or her library.
In a random order.
In a random order.
Oh boy.
You see where I'm going here, Strike?
I do. It's not a place I want to join you at.
It's really unfortunate for you, because it's a place I want you to join me at. You know what I would like to get rid of, though?
Did you draw your extra card, by the way?
I did not. I will draw now. You know what, chat? I'll let you pick. Do I do option A or option B, chat? Whatever answer I see first is the one we do. They're both equally as fun. I saw Danger Dan's B first. Strike, you ready to go on a trip? We're gonna warp the 8/8.
Oh, that's deeply unfortunate.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky, little Einsteins.
I hate everything about this.
I don't see the problem here.
Permanent, so yeah.
Deals on top tech powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Save now at Dell.com/deals.
For my next trick, I will magically get an offer to sell this car to CarMax in less than 2 minutes. Or be dropped into the pit of doom.
Actually, getting an instant online offer to sell your car to CarMax isn't magic. It's a real offer you can get in under 2 minutes.
In response, I'm going to put a counter on the Mainstream Network.
Seen during her time with
Boobies! Honkin' tibbies! Those are not
I do not. I am good.
Alright. Part of the cards. What do you got for me?
Good old Chaos Warp. Never change, Chaos Warp.
It can blow up the really nasty permanents that I was afraid of to a desert.
Never change, Chaos Warp. Never change. And then I pass the turn.
Alright. Let's untap this stuff. Alright. We're going to take a damage from the One Ring. I am no longer protected from it. I will draw. I will draw. Okay. Alright, give me 1 second because I do have to think about this.
You're fine.
Okay, so that's... Let's see. Let's put a burden counter on the ring and draw 2 more cards. Oh, okay. We're going to play an Arcane Lighthouse for turn.
Okay.
Then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Ugin, the Ineffable.
Ooh, not a fan of that.
Alright, now I am in much better shape. Alright, we are going to go ahead and -3 Ugin,
Okay.
which hurts me on a deeply fundamental level. To destroy target permanent with 1 or more colors. We're going to Lithoform Engine copy that shit. Because both the Metamorph and Haldan need to go the hell to the graveyard. They don't get exiled, unfortunately. They do need to go to the graveyard.
Okay, fair enough.
Then I will... Oh, I have to attack with the Juggernaut.
I take the 5.
Yep. And I'll pass the turn.
Alright. A red and a green for artifact mutation, targeting the Lithoform engine.
What does that do?
Destroy target artifact. It can't be regenerated. Create X 1/1 green sapperling creatures where X is that artifact's CMC.
So that's 4. Don't forget you draw 2 from Howling One.
I do draw 2 from Howling One. Black die is 4 of the sapperlings. Because I know it's a little hard to read on camera.
That's fine.
Play a land per turn. Three for Chemist's Insight. Draw 2 cards.
Okay.
Deeply, deeply unfortunate. The cards that I just drew. We're gonna jumpstart Chemist's Insight by discarding Scav Grounds and do it again. Draw 2 cards.
Oh, I see. Scavenger Grounds is fine for me, but it's not enough for you.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
1, 2. 1, 2. Frontier, for Talran Sky Summoner.
Oh, good old Talran.
I'm gonna jumpstart Chemist's Insight again. Discarding Frontier Biovac this time. Draw 2 cards. Is it infinite?
Afterwards?
Oh, it does. You're right. Never mind. Read the whole card, Michael. Read the whole card. Damn, I wanted another fucking thing. Pass turn.
Okay, at the end of the turn, I'm going to put another counter on the main train network. I'll take 2 damage from the ring. Draw 2 cards from Howling Mine. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. That is what I was hoping for. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to tap 2, 3, 7 for the Battlethopter again. We're then going to put a burden counter on the ring and draw 3 cards.
Okay.
We're going to cast Steel Overseer for free because he costs 2 less.
Okay.
He puts a +1/+1 counter on all artifact creatures I control. He has Summoning Sickness. I'm also going to play Moon Silver Key. That's fine. Then we're going to do one and 2 to cast a Stone Speaker Crystal. That will trigger Liberator. Then we will tap that itself for 2 and play a Thran Dynamo. That will not trigger Liberator, unfortunately. Then tap the Dynamo for 3. For 1, we're going to play a Scrap Trawler. And another one for Mirage Mirror. And another one for Worn Power Stone. Which comes into play tapped. So that is all the mana out of the Dynamo. We're going to +1. Ooh. Make a 2/2 colorless Spirit Token. Then I have to swing with the Darksteel Juggernaut. He's a little bigger now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 indestructible. It does not trample though.
I will block 4 of it with the Saprolings because I need Talaran to do things.
So he doesn't have trample. You can block with just 1 Saproling and that stops all.
Then I block with one of them. Go down to 3 Saproling.
You can block with all 4 Saprolings, but there's
No.
reason.
We block with 1.
Then I will pass the turn.
Okay. Here's where we start praying, lads. We start praying real hard.
You do get to draw 2 cards, though.
I do, which is helpful. I'm saved!
I don't like that.
Saved as a motherfucker! We're gonna play Halimar Depths, tapped. I get to look at the top 3 cards and put them back in any order that I want.
Okay.
we're gonna put them back like this. Because I think that makes for the spiciest content. Alright, who's ready to do some fun things?
I get the feeling it's not going to be me.
Oh, don't be like that. Green, green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For Ravenous Gigantotherium. We're gonna sacrifice 2 Saprolings. Get on to 1 Saproling.
Okay.
We're gonna add
6 counters.
6 counters to Ravenous Gigantotherium.
You've heard it before. Life moves pretty fast. We like fast because opportunity waits for no one. Your future isn't something in the
And then gonna deal 9 damage
at Ferris State University, where you'll pursue your passion, learn new skills.
to the damn Thopter, because I think it's my only fucking legal target.
No, you've got a bunch of creatures on the field now. So you've got the Darksteel Juggernaut, but it's indestructible.
That's not gonna do anything. Yeah.
You do have Liberator as a target. The Steel Overseer is a 1/1. He'll start putting counters on all my artifact creatures. The Scrap Trawler is a 3/2, although it really only does anything when it dies.
We'll leave that alive then.
Because whenever it or another artifact I control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, return to my hand the target artifact card in my graveyard with lesser mana.
Okay. So, we're gonna do this a little weird, but it's because I want this handled a certain way. In response to the Ravenous Gigantotherium resolving, we're gonna play Decoy Gambit.
Know that one off the top of my head.
For each opponent, choose up to 1 target creature that player controls and return that creature to its owner's hand unless I get to draw a card.
Alright.
I want the Scrap Trawler back in your hand.
You want the Scrap Trawler back in mine.
Unless I get a card.
How many lands do you have untapped?
2.
I'll let you draw the card.
Okay. That's fine. That means I don't have to waste time drawing that card next time. And then, we're going to do 1 damage to the 2/1, or whatever it is. And then the rest of the damage to the Thopter.
Okay. And the only one that went to the graveyard is the Overseer. It looks for a target with Scrap Trawler, can't find one. And, oh, there is a 2/2 Spirit you could destroy.
Nah. We'll leave it. I'm not overly concerned about it right now. And then we will pass the turn. Yeah, we passed the turn.
Okay. Alright, let's untap and tap. Oh, end of your turn. I'm gonna put another counter on. Daydream Network. Alright, untap and tap. Lands on the bottom, artifacts up above. Alright. Untap tappy. Take 3 damage from the ring.
I am holding on for dear life right now.
We're going to play Urza's Power Plant for time. I'm going to just taps for a win. Special. We're going to tap the 1 ring, put 4 burden counters on it, draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, that would be gross. That's pretty So let's get down to business to defeat the opponents. All right, Warren Power Stone for 2. We're going to cast Hedron Archive. Soul Ring for 2. We're going to cast Transmogrifying Wand with 1 of that mana. It comes in with 3 charge counters on it. You've got Talrand and the Giganto, whatchamacallit, and some Saprolings, correct?
I've got a singular Saproling, but yes.
Singular Saproling. What is Talrand? Okay, and did you get your Drakes from your instants and sorceries?
I didn't play any instants or sorceries.
You played Decoy Gambit.
I did, that's right. Get a Drake. I have a single Drake.
Okay.
Do I have a Drake token? I do.
I just wanted to make sure you're getting what you're supposed to.
I am fighting for my life right now.
Let's use the remaining mana and tap the Transmogrifying Wand, remove a counter from it to destroy your Gigantotheorem and give you a 2/4 White Ox.
Okay. White is its power, red is its toughness. He is a 2/4.
He is a 2/4. Then, there's just no universe much I'm going to get to recast my calendar, is there? As he is stupidly expensive right now. He costs 11 mana. 11.
Uh-huh.
He still costs 9 mana with Ugin out.
Uh-huh. Yeah?
I just felt like that needs to be said. We're going to tap 3, 4, 5. It is time. Cauldra, complete.
I don't like the sound of that.
Cauldra complete has living weapon. She's an equipment. So I will create a 0/0 germ token that gets attached to it. Cauldra complete is indestructible. The quick creature gets +5/+5 and has first strike, trample, indestructible, haste, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a creature, exile that creature.
Oh boy.
Then we're going to tap 2 more. 1, 2, 3. For a total of 5. We're going to play Platinum Angel. Put over here. It's not rapidly running out of space. Then we'll move to combat. So the Darksteel Juggernaut has to come up across, and Cauldra doesn't have to, but she's gonna anyway. The Darksteel is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The Darksteel Juggernaut is a 14/14 indestructible. And Cauldra is a 5/5 first strike, trample, indestructible, haste, and exiles creatures it kills.
Okay. Let's think about how I want to do this then. We're gonna...
Cauldra has trample.
Oh, of course it does. We're gonna block the thing that exiles whatever it touches with the Saproling.
Okay, so that does have trample, so there will be some that gets through.
And the Drake, I suppose. That's 3 blocked there.
Alright, so 2's still gonna get through.
And then...
So the 14-14 does not have...
No, hold on. Let's do this the right way. Let's block the 14-14 with the Sapperling, because it can eat massive loads of shit and die. Then we'll block the other thingy with the flipped over token and the Drake, which should mean that I don't take damage at all.
Correct. You will take no damage, but both of them will be exiled.
That is fine. We'll do it that way. And the Sapperling eats shit and dies as well.
Oh yeah, super good.
Goodbye, Sapperling.
But I mean, that one Sapperling stopped an entire Juggernaut, so, you know. There is that. Then... Yeah, probably. Let's pay 1 to cast Sculpting Steel, making a copy of Thran Dynamo.
Okay.
And then I will pass my turn.
Alright. Can I survive for another turn? Probably not.
You do draw 2 cards, remember?
I do, and I know exactly what they are because I put them there.
I mean, that helps.
Red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Charmbreaker Devils.
I don't like the sound of that.
At the beginning of my upkeep, I can return an instant or sorcery card at random from my graveyard to my hand. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, Charmbreaker Devil gains +1 or +4/+1 until the end of turn.
Ow, that's not okay.
Get deals on top tech powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Save now at Dell.com.
I didn't discard that.
Happens all the time with old Betsy.
Have you checked out Carvana yet? They have thousands of cars for under $20,000.
But do those thousands of cars have personality like old Betsy?
Betsy's held together
Did I play a land per turn? I think I said land per turn.
I thought you did, but I don't know for certain.
There are flames on the hood?
Custom paint job.
No, Dad. The car's on fire.
How many cars did you say Carvana had?
Visit Carvana.com to shop thousands of cars for under $20,000.
Red and 3 for Lava Brink Floodgates.
Funnables aren't just fruit snacks. Every bite becomes a unicorn space mission.
I can tap it to add 2 red. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player may put a Doom counter on Lava Brink Floodgate or remove a Doom counter from it. Then if it has 3 or more Doom counters on it, deal 6 damage to each creature.
Oh, that's gross.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
I mean, admittedly, with only the 2 of us, I don't have to worry too much about it.
Because I'll just put a counter on it, then you take the counter off, then I just put a counter on it, then you take the counter off. It's...
Right. We just do
no,
that.
their hits 2 are there. That doesn't save me. I think I die this turn. Pass the turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to put a counter on the Majoring Network and draw a card with War Room.
Okay.
Then I go to untap. How much life are you at? 15?
Yep.
I take 4 damage from the 1 ring. Draw 2 cards. Alright. Now, before anyone out there in chat gets mad at me, understand that this is almost certainly a one game anyway, and I love Mickey like a brother, but I can't not cast this spell at least once. It may very well be the only time I ever get to cast it. So, chat, just bear with me.
I'm assuming at your upkeep you didn't add a counter to the floodgate, right?
No, I did not.
Okay.
All right. Here. Oh, are we in ad time, or is the ad over?
Yeah, it should be over now.
Okay, good. I want this on you. All right. We're gonna play a wastes for turn. So
Okay.
Actually, no, not a wastes. I'm going to tap a wastes, regular waste, for one floating mana, and then I'm going to play Guildless Commons, returning waste.
Okay.
So I've got one floating. 3, 5, 7. And the Dynamo makes 10. I cast Rise of the Eldrazi.
Okay.
It is 9 colorless for a sorcery. This spell can't be countered. Destroy target permanent. Target player draws 4 cards. Take an extra turn after this one. Exile Rise of the Eldrazi. So I'm going to blow up your Charmbreaker Devils.
Okay, in response,
Okay.
I do nothing, because that's not going to help me. Never mind. Goodbye, Charmbreaker Devils.
I'm going to have myself draw the 4 cards.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take an extra turn after this one.
Okay.
So I'm not quite ending the turn yet, because I really want to see if I can do this. So we're going to do 2... No, we're going to do 3 from the other Thran Dynamo. And we're going to play Blinkmoth Urn. At the beginning of each player's pre-combat main phase, if Blinkmoth Urn is untapped, that player adds 1 colorless mana to his or her mana pool for each artifact he or she controls. Now I'm going to draw 5 cards with the 1 ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow. That is about as good an option as I can possibly imagine. So we're going to pay 1, 2, and 3 to play a Horizon Stone.
Uh-oh.
If I would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes colorless instead.
Uh-oh.
So I now am going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will go ahead and tap for 8 mana into the mana pool. All mana into the pool. There we go. 8 mana in the mana pool. I will go ahead and attack with the Darksteel Juggernaut. I assume Talrand is going to block it.
Yep.
Okay. Talrand beats it, but that is all that happens there. Pass the turn. Untap. I've got 8 mana floating. The Horizon Stone lets me keep it in between turns, even. So I'm going to grab a 20 just to keep some track of where I'm at. We're going to put it here. 8 colorless mana. Finish tapping. Take 5 from the ring. Draw 2. Okay. Let's go ahead and play. Actually, let's do this. We're going to tap the one ring. We're going to add another burden counter onto it. That makes 6 and draw 6 cards. Okie dokie. Now we will play. Let's go ahead and play Buried Ruin for our lane for turn. So that's behind this at the moment. Thank goodness for Reliquary Tower because I have a truly absurd amount of cards in hand. I'm just going to throw that out.
I am aware. I am so fucked.
Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and cast the Metalwork Colossus for free. It costs X less to cast, where X is the total mana value of non-creature artifacts I control. I have lots of those, so that is more than enough. Between the Horizon Stone and the Blink Moth Urn, that's it. Okay. I'm sorry. Pre-combat main phase, Blink Moth Urn triggers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And I counted the one ring, didn't I? Or is that 18?
That's 18.
That's 18. All right, so I add 18 colorless mana into my mana pool. You know what we're going to do? We add 18 colorless mana into my mana pool. There we go. I am now up to 26 colorless mana. I was really kind of hoping to draw the the Forsaken Mind, but that didn't. So we're going to go ahead and you don't have any creatures.
Nope.
So you're definitely dead this turn anyway, but I want to see how ridiculous this can be. So we are going to tap Majoring Network for 4.
Here are 3 reasons why Smartwater makes the #1 summer travel companion. It works with every
So that gets me to 30 total mana.
Guilty pleasures. If you're making moves, we got you. Smartwater hasn't met a backpack it didn't fit right into. And if someone is trying to start an awkward combo on the plane,
for that 30 total
I
mana.
can help you cut it off while you put your earbuds in.
So I have this sneaking suspicion it's going to get worse from here.
I'm just way in hydration.
We are going to spend 2 mana to turn the Mirage Mirror into a Thran Dynamo. Oh, wait. No, during my upkeep, I'll use 2 mana to turn the Mirage Mirror into another Blink Moth Urn, so I'll add another 16 total from that.
Means you can enjoy all your favorite artists ad-free. Sound good? Then all you need to do is hit the banner now for your chance.
Then, Stone Speaker Crystal is 2. The 2 Thran Dynamos here are another 6. 54. 54. 56. 58. 60. Guildless Commons taps for 2. Buried Ruin, Arcane Lighthouse, War Room, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. More mana. Gets me to 71 total mana. So at 71 total mana,
Jesus Christ.
I'm then going to cast for... Hang on, I need a calculator. God damn it. 64. I don't know why my math was that far off. All right. So I am then going to cast Stone Coil Serpent for 66. I will put 66 +1/+1 counters on it.
Oh, good dear, sweet fucking god.
That leaves 7 mana in my mana pool, which is just enough to equip Cauldron Complete to the Stone Coil Serpent. The Germ goes away. But Cauldron Complete gives the Stone Coil Serpent +5/+5, First Strike, Trample, Indestructible, and Haste.
Oh. I think I might be dead.
It is a 71/71 Indestructible, Protection from Multicolored, Reach, First Strike, Trample, Haste. And it and the Darksteel Juggernaut, which has to, will swipe.
Well, I'm dead.
Yeah.
As a fun fact. I'm very dead. I'm mega dead. Super hella mega dead.
However, for indulging me in my ridiculous, how big can I make this Stone Coil Serpent question.
No, that's valid. That's valid. I was curious as to how big it would get.
And admittedly, like, I could have, like, delayed another turn and put all of that mana and kept it around with the Horizon Stone. Like...
And gone for an even bigger number, should you had let me gone for a turn.
But the problem is, at that point, like, it feels a little... Like, it's one thing to cast a big spell, take an extra turn, and win on the next turn. It's another thing to take an extra turn and just, like, okay, I'm just gonna keep this going. We're see how this goes. But no, that's not... That's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a lot of nonsense in hand, which is fine.
This deck was fighting for its life in the latter half of that game, dude.
Yeah.
I'm shocked it held up as well as it did, but it was fighting for its life.
There was the Forsaken Monument. I would have drawn it next turn with all of the card draw I had going, but yeah. That was ridiculous.
Yeah. A little bit.
Super duper silly. Fun, but super duper silly. And I think the best part, like, even if you'd had, like, Swords to Plowshares or some shit like that, I had Not of This World, which would have been free.
Oh, you know, fair enough.
It's just wrong. So much of this deck is turning out to be a lot more wrong than I anticipated. I will admit.
I'm here for it. I liked it a lot.
Well, and I even had, like, there are a number of cards that I had originally included in the deck that I had to pull because we didn't, as it turns out, have the copy of it I thought we did. And I'm wondering if I even really need to, like, there's a part of me that's like, well, go for it, make those changes. And the rest of me is like, I don't know that we really need to. Like, this seemed fine. It's fine. It did fine. Like...
It did what it was supposed to.
Yeah. Admittedly, I don't really know for certain what that is, to be 100% honest. Like, obviously Stone Coil Serpent is in there. That's an option for a win con. The Metalwork Colossus is like a... What is it? 11/11 or some shit like that. It's a 10/10. Obviously, that's an option. The Darksteel Juggernaut gets ridiculously big. That's an option. Theoretically, if Liberator lasts long enough and doesn't keep getting shunted into the
into the abyss.
he gets desensitized. The Juggernaut gets big. Cauldra obviously is an option because you really only block that so many times before all your creatures are gone.
True. Unless you're playing a fucking tokens deck.
Right. I mean, and tokens will certainly help in that regard, but yeah. And of course, this deck also runs, though I didn't get it either time, to go with the ridiculous amount of mana it was producing with the Horizon Stone. I also had Unwinding Clock. So
Fair
all of
enough.
those artifact sources would have untapped on everybody's turn. Like,
Which is alarming.
yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Not bad for a little colorless deck, though.
No, not at all. That was very well done.
I mean, it's one of those things that, like, it's always tough to tell how these things are going to do. Because on the one hand, like, there's a lot of powerful artifacts, and not having colors has some advantages in certain cases over having colors. Like, your Exotic Orchard technically doesn't tap for anything. Because none of my lands tap for colors. You know, shit like that is neat. There are a lot of utility lands that come into play untapped, but only tap for colorless. And it's like, nope. Like, I still run a pretty decent number of basics in this deck, just because Blood Moon is not my friend.
Fair enough.
But still. And man, is the One Ring a powerful card. Like, that's just some gross ass shit right there. I don't know that it's worth the price tag it currently has, but dang. Because yeah, it is super potent to be able to just draw cards like that. And yeah, I started getting a little low on life by the end of it, but I also had, you know, ways to gain life. One of the lands in my hand was Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. 2 and tap, gain 1 life for each colorless creature I control.
Guardian Town.
Like,
It's a very well put together deck. Like, I'm not at all surprised to see that perform as well as it did. I'm not. I have to go through and archive all of these decks that I just found on Tapped Out, and I'm not looking forward to doing it because, oh boy.
yeah, that's the tough part, and it's one of the reasons that, like, every now and again I get a wild hair up my butt that's like, you know, there's a lot of interesting bulk out there. We could, you know, and generally people who are getting out of the hobby are, you know, trying to sell it pretty cheap. Like, I could probably pick up a whole bunch of cards, not a whole lot of money. And then it's like, yeah, but are you going to sit there and put them all into the system? Is that what you want? Because
yeah.
What I want is my old collections back, but that is, alas, not an option.
Period. Anyways, keep it smart with Smart Water.
Also, I know that you're colorblind, but I did have to go with the, like, brownish sort of sleeves for this deck.
I thought it looked nice.
It's like, admittedly, like, we had a bunch of sleeves, but it's like, okay, most of the sleeves we've got are blue or green or purple, or, you know, they're colored, or they had like an art print on them. Like, we've got a couple of really pretty art sets of sleeves. It's like, yeah, none of that really works for this. Like, even a little bit. Like, I need something gray or brown or something. And now, of course, I'm doing now I need a deck box to fit that.
Yeah. No, I like that oak box that I have. It holds, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 commander decks, double sleeved and everything.
Yeah, I keep debating. Like, I've got deck boxes for most of my decks individually. Like at the moment, I'm using the Eldrazi Unbound box that came with Recon, just because I don't have something else to put it in at the moment. At least that isn't a duplicate of another deck box I'm already using, which is a problem for me. But like, I don't know what kind to get, and the maker of the deck boxes that I use for almost all of my decks doesn't really make a brown or a gray or anything like that. It makes a white, but I've already got a white.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, guess what arrives tomorrow?
Oh boy.
The Angel Precon secret.
Hell yeah.
Which means that I will be down to a single card missing for my Angel deck.
Hell yeah.
And it's a card that is less than $5, and I'm kind of annoyed that both of the local stores didn't have it. But that deck will come with a copy of Gisela the Broken Blade, the Archangel of Tithes, and the Archangel of Food.
Hell yeah.
And it'll have a really pretty version of Gisela, and I'll even have an extra copy of Bruna that I can swap into.
True, true. I think once we get settled in at the new place, when we figure out where the new place is going to be, I'm going to do some art upgrades to Angels.
Yeah, that's the trouble I'm running into at the moment is, like, I'm looking at, basic lands and that sort of thing for some of my decks, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm probably ready to make some moves on some of these and, pick up consistent stuff for that. But it's hard. And like, I've even looked at some of the other cards, like for Feather. There are a couple of cards in Feather that I would like to swap around to art that I like better. But man, it's hard. Like, especially for me when I already own a copy. Like, that is fundamentally what my trouble comes in. Like, it's one thing to go, okay, I don't own this card at all. I'm going to pick the art I really like. It's another thing when it's like, you own this card already, and you want to spend a bunch of money on a pretty version of the same thing that does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Not the easiest thing for me to do. Do you want another game?
Yeah, I'm digging around to see what deck I want to switch to.
Do you have a preference for which deck I bring out?
No, absolutely none.
Okay. Then I think what I'm going to do is use moderator privileges and make a poll.
Alright.
There we go, chat. You tell me. What do I pop out here? You got 3 options.
Wow!
We got 1 for ninjas and 1 for feather.
Oh boy. I'm gonna shuffle while you see how the poll ends up.
All right, feather has taken the lead.
There it is.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
I think if I remember correctly, this is a morph deck.
Okay. Yep, feather it is.
All right. I am done shuffling. I'm gonna start looking for a hand. I shouldn't keep this, but I'm gonna keep this. I shouldn't keep it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Fuck it.
I mean, that's fair. On the plus side, though, between the two of us, we cover all 5 colors.
We do. That's very true.
Ciao. And this deck features my favorite Magic card of all time.
Oh?
10th District Legionnaire. So, in the Ravnica sets and leading up into War of the Spark, they did a bunch of... They did a number of cards that were all featured around what is basically a background character, for lack of a better term. Named Naliva. And she was literally just a guard in the 10th district. And then she gets she becomes a veteran, she gets another card, but she's not a legendary creature, she's just a person. But she got several cards that basically detailed her going from just a regular guard to at least a veteran. Then she got a battlefield promotion during some thick fighting and became a really powerful legionnaire.
Okay, I'm here for it.
And like, if they ever make her a legendary creature, in a heartbeat, I'll make a deck around it. I do not, unfortunately, or fortunately, oh, I should not keep this. Oh, Strike, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't throw your life away like this.
I mean, I'm keeping a hand I shouldn't. Play with fire.
Oh, fuck it. We ball. I'm in.
Play with fire.
Do you want first or second?
First.
Okay.
I'm gonna play a Yavi Maya Coast into a Soul Ring and pass.
Ooh. I will draw a card. I will play a Plains into a Soul Ring and also pass.
I'm gonna play an Island, tap 4 for Thran Dynamo and pass.
Oh, I was really hoping that was going to turn into a land, and it didn't. Tap 3 for a Decanter of Endless Water, and pass.
Oh boy. You sure sound like you're having a fun time over there.
Yeah, I'm...
Play a Forest for my land per turn. Alright, green. We're gonna take 1 damage from the Yavi Maya.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For Hooded Hydra, where X equals 6, putting 6 +1/+1 counters on it.
Good Laven. What kind of Hydra is that?
What?
What kind of Hydra is that? It didn't come up in the thing.
Hooded Hydra.
And here are 3 tricks to keep it smart on your next one. To avoid your worst traffic nightmares, hit the road on Sundays. Forget which side to fill up on. There's usually a little arrow next to your fuel indicator light. And
that's fine. We're all
and then we pass.
Here.
Plenty of smart water. Higher altitudes can make us thirsty, so go for
untap. We draw. Hey, Command Tower, hot diggity. Okay.
Period. Anyways.
Oh boy. This is not.
Every day at Sierra, you'll find top brand apparel, footwear, and gear for 20 to 60% less than department and specialty store prices. And during
oh wow, this is terrible.
Even lower. And when you shop clearance at Sierra, you can save a whole lot more on everything you need to get active and outside. That's a lot of saving. Epic brands, vast selection.
Okay, we are gonna have to do this way because I don't. Oh no, I don't have enough to do that way. Shit. Okay. Then. Fuck it. We ball. Red, white, white feather.
Okay.
Pass.
Oh boy. You're really holding on to a prayer over there, aren't you, buddy?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna play Bajuka Bog tapped. Nuke your graveyard. Oh no, your graveyard.
My graveyard. That's where I stored my graves and yards.
We're then going to tap 1 green and Grand Dynamo for Salt Road Ambushers. Whenever another permanent you control is turned face up, if it's a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it.
Okay. Okay.
We're then gonna cast 1, 2, 3. We're gonna play this card face down.
Oh, you're casting a morph.
Yep.
Oh boy. It has begun.
And we're gonna pass.
Okay. Gonna untap. Heart of the cards, don't fail me now. Oh, that's... There's not really any way to put that isn't okay. Okay, it's fine though. It's fine. We're all fine here. It's fine. Let's get this... Let's kick this shit off. Let's go. Red, 2 colorless, for the Viashino Heretic.
Oh boy.
He is a 1/3 Viashino with the activated ability of 1 in a red and tap, destroy target artifact. Viashino Heretic deals that artifact's controller damage equal to the artifact's total mana value.
Oh boy.
Then, with the 2 whole mana I have left, I will pass the turn.
Alrighty. Play a land per turn.
Boy, that'd be nice.
Blue, green, black, and 1
Oh, that's a lot.
for Cadena. First face down creature you cast each turn costs 3 less to cast. Whenever a face down creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card.
Yep. And since generally speaking, it only this is Commander, Sarah. Yeah, it's free to cast your first morph creature and you draw a card when you do.
Yep. So we're gonna play this face down and draw a card.
I wish you wouldn't.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah,
what is this? Yeah. Then we're gonna pay this and this. Ouchie, ouchie. Yami Mayakos does 1 to me. And we're gonna flip the Den Protector over. He gets a +1/+1 counter for being flipped over.
Yep.
And then he gets another +1/+1 counter from Salt Road Ambushers.
Oh, you megamorphed him?
Yes.
Okay. And you can return target card from your graveyard to your hand.
I don't have a graveyard. It sure does suck. But I wanted to do some fun things.
That's legit.
And then I pass the turn.
Before you go to the end of your turn, I'm going to Defiant Strike on Feather. She gets +1/+0 until end of turn, and I draw a card. I'll exile that with Feather's ability. Draw my card. End of turn. Defiant Strike comes back into my hand. Untap. Has begun.
It has. It has begun. You are correct.
Okay. I think I almost have to do it that way. It's not really what I do. Yep, we're gonna have to do it this way. Alright, 2 colorless. red, white for Storm Killing Artist. He is a 2/2. He gets +1/+0 for each artifact I control, which in this case is 2. So he's actually a 4/2. It's Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, create a treasure token. And I will pass the turn.
Sounds good. Draw. Land per turn. Play a free Morphe Warphy. Am I morph you now? What are you? Yeah, we morph you now. We morph you now as fuck. Which is... It is morphin time. Blue, green, and the Thran Dynamo. To morph Segu Mauler. Trample Hexproof 6/6. I unfortunately don't have a deck list, Sarah, because I'm playing a deck that I inherited and never actually put into a computer. Let's... And then it gets a +1/+1 counter, so it's a 7/7.
Yeah.
Let's do some combat. I think that sounds like fun.
Do we have to?
I think we do. We'll swing with the 6/6.
He's not the one we brought in this turn, right?
No. We'll swing with the 4/3, which can only be blocked by things that have power less than it. Okay, and we'll call it there.
All right. The 4/3 is what color?
4/3 is a green.
I was afraid of that. All right. All right. Let's do this. We're gonna cast Defiant Strike on the. Doesn't actually want that matter, does it? On a Stormtone Artist. Sure. We'll go with that. Make a treasure token. Exile that. Draw a card. Okay. That's.
Oh.
That long. And that is a total of 10? 11?
Yes, sir. No, 10. The Hydra didn't come out flipped, so it didn't get the +1 from Salt Abominators. So it's 6 and 4. 10 total.
But the Mauler flipped with the Demolisher, so it gets a +1, right?
Yeah, so it's a 7/7.
And then the Hydra is what's swinging on the other.
The Hydras is what's swinging at you because the Mauler came out this turn.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I follow now. All right, so 10 it is. I know, Sif, it's bullshit.
Luckily for you, I'm top decking from here on out, so you know how top decking goes.
I do. I mean, I'm sitting on 2 lands, so there's only so much sympathy I've got at the moment, but I do follow.
Post combat, I pass.
Okay, end step. Defiant Strike comes back with the hand. Alright, untap tap. Raw. Demolition Field. Okay. Kinda could use some more colored mana sources, but you know what? We will not look gift lands in the mouth. How big are the Salt Road Ambushers?
Salt Road Ambusher itself is a 3/3.
And is Cadena. Okay. This is not ideal. All right. Let's do this. Let's see here. Okay. We're gonna tap with a Cancer for red, Soul Ring for 2 colorless. I'm gonna play Smoldering Egg.
Okay.
He is a 0/4 egg, dragon egg, with Defender. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a number of Ember counters on Smoldering Egg equal to the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. Then if Smoldering Egg has 7 or more Ember counters on it, remove them and transform it. That leaves me with 1 mana, 1 colorless mana left in my mana pool. I'm going to tap the Demolition Field. That's 2 colorless and Plains for white. And I'm going to cast a very silly, generous gift. And I think it's... and it's 2 counters for the Salt Road Ambusher's ability, by the way, not just 1.
Is it? I thought it was 1.
It says 2 on my screen.
Hold on. It is 2 +1/+1 counters. I need to read, Michael. Alright, what are we...
I'm going to make that... I'm turning the Salt Road Ambushes into an elephant.
I don't think we are, actually. I'm going to pay a blue and 1 to morph the Willbender and change the target of your generous gift to Feather.
You support a cause. With every eligible purchase, Dell will donate to UNICEF in support of Giga, a UNICEF ITU global initiative to connect schools across the globe to the internet.
Okay.
Damage protection included. Get rare deals on select.
I'd like to keep my ambushers, thank you very much.
Intel Core processors. Save now at Dell.com/deals. UNICEF does not endorse any company, brand, product, or service.
For my next trick, I will magically get an offer to sell this car to CarMax in less than 2 minutes. Will be dropped into the pit of doom.
All right. You know what?
Online offer to sell your car to CarMax is
That's fair. In response to that, then, I'm going to pay 1 and cast Defiant Strike.
Okay.
Targeting the Storm Claws. Sure.
Learn more at marriottbonvoy.com/chase cards. Restrictions and limitations apply. Free night award valued at up to 35,000 points. Offer subject to change.
I will exile the Defiant Strike and the Generous Gift with Feather's ability as they resolve. Feather will go into the command zone. To be cast later. One hopes. These will still come back into my hand at the end of the turn. And I will pass the turn.
Alright. Let's hope I can find another card that saves my boy again. Because I like my ambushers. I like my ambushers a lot. That's a land per turn. Not what I wanted, but we'll take it. Alright.
I could play some land.
Move to combat.
Yeah.
6 from the Hydra.
So as a note, my Stormkiln Artist is a 5/2.
That is fine.
I'm sorry, a 7/2.
That is fine. And then 8 from the Segu Mauler. 1 from Willbender. And then 5 from the Den Protector.
So the Willbender, I'm going to block.
Fair enough.
With the Stormkiln Artist. And I think I take the rest to the face for a total of
19? I think I did the math right.
Ouch. I don't think I survived this, but we'll see.
I passed the turn.
Alright. Let's draw and see what we get. Well, that's a land, but it comes in tapped, so I don't know that that's going to help. Alright. I think the problem is I don't think there is a survive situation here because all your shit is. That is a problem. And I just don't have that many sources. So we're gonna go ahead and do red, white, to bring out Feather. Because without her, this deck really doesn't function. Don't know the degree to which it is going to wind up functioning, but we will see. Let's do one treasure for a red mana. We're going to cast Spark of Creativity, targeting the Stormkill Artist. We're going to get a treasure back. We're going to get a counter on the egg. And we're going to exile the top card of my library. I may have it deal damage to the creature. If I don't, I may play the card this turn. I will exile Spark of Creativity with Feather's ability. Unfortunately, the Boros Signet is probably too little too late at this point. I don't think it's going to do it. Let's do this. We'll hold on to that in exile for the moment. I can play it until end of turn. Demolition Field, 2 treasures for white. Let's try Generous Gift on what is your biggest creature that doesn't have hexproof?
The Mauler, likely.
Your Mauler has hexproof.
Oh, that's right. Then the Hydra.
Let's blow up the Hydra.
The Hydra goes away.
You get a bunch of little snakes.
I get 6 little snakes.
I get another treasure. The Smoldering Egg goes to 7 and then transforms. Generous Gift goes away completely. Did not target the creature of mine with it. You also get an elephant.
I do get an elephant. That's the elephant.
Are any of your creatures 2 toughness or less?
No. The snakes. All the snakes are 1/1s.
Okay. Well, shit. We're gonna pay a treasure for white. We're gonna Defiant Strike. Stormkill Artist. It goes into exile as well. We get a treasure. I will deal 2 damage to one of the snakes and kill it with the Ashmouth Dragon. I will draw a card. I will pay a treasure, cast Light of Hope, putting a +1/+1 counter on the Ashmouth Dragon. Exiling that with Feather's ability. I'll get a treasure and do 2 damage to another snake. And that's really all I've got at the moment. So I will go ahead and pass the turn. All of these go into my hand. The Boros Signet goes into exile permanently.
Well, I drew a land. I love top decking lands. Let's just move to combat.
Sure.
5 1/1s. An 8/8.
Wait, 5? I killed 2 of them, didn't I?
Oh, 4. Sorry, I thought you killed one of them. 4 1/1s. An 8/8. A 5/4. A 3/3, a 3/3, and whatever the elephant was. I think it was a 3/3.
The elephant's also 3/3. Alright. So I might survive this. Probably not, but I might. So let's start casting some shit. We're gonna toss a treasure. We're gonna Light of Hope. We're going to put a +1/+1 counter on the Ashmouth Dragon. It's gonna shoot one of the snakes. It's gonna go into exile. It's gonna make a treasure. Then we're gonna take the treasure and cast Defiant Strike. We're gonna put that on the. We're gonna put that on Feather. Make her a 4/4. Get this. Shoot another snake. Draw a card. None of those are artifacts, I assume.
None. None artifact.
No artifact. That's what I thought. Alright. Let's see here. What are the power and toughnesses of everything that's coming my way?
Okay, so there's now 3 1/1s. Yeah. 1 8/8.
So I shot 2 1/1s. So
2 1/1s. There are 2 1/1s. 2 1/1s. 1 8/8. 1 5/4. And 3 3/3s.
Okay. So the 5/4 is going to get blocked by my 6/6 dragon.
It cannot.
Why can't it? Oh, because it's got too much of a. It's.
Yep.
No, it says creatures.
It's less. It's less. It's less. It's less. I read the card backward. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So Ashmouth Dragon is big enough. It can ride this ride. It's going to block the 5/4.
Okay.
Feather is going to block your commander, which is a 3/3.
Yes.
Wait, are the Saltwood Ambushers a 3/3?
Yes.
Let's kill those with Feather. She's 4/4.
Okay.
That leaves me with what still coming?
2 more 3/3s, an 8/8, and 2 1/1s.
Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna pay a treasure. I'm gonna cast Surge of Salvation. Me and permanents I control gain hexproof until end of turn. Prevent all damage that black and/or red sources would deal to creatures I control this turn.
Okay.
That's going to go in the graveyard. It's going to make a treasure. I'm going to shoot the one more snake. The Storm Killing Artist is going to block your commander.
Okay.
And because your commander is black and or red, I prevent all of the damage it deals. So it's going to die, but my creature won't.
Okay.
The Viashino Heretic will block the other snake and kill it. And I think I take...
You still take 11.
I still take 11, don't I?
Yep, you still take 11. Unless you can find a way to deal with the 3/3. You still take 11.
Well, the only way to deal with the 3/3 is to toss the Viashino Heretic in front of them. And I don't really have this, so I guess...
Or you can block the 8/8, which would still cost you your... you know.
And that winds up not actually mattering either way. The math winds up the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess the snake will live and the heretic will die, and I will be at 3.
Rip.
Yeah, we'll bet. Because yeah, the only creature there that is red or black was just your commander, right?
Yeah. The Mauler is blue-green, and the elephant's white, I believe.
Yes. Okay, well that's where we are. What would you like to do in your second main phase? Lightning bolt?
I'm gonna recast my commander.
That's fair.
Red, or green, black, blue. 1, 2, 3. Because I know how commander costs work. And then I pass the turn.
Okay. I'm going to untap. Oh, at the end of your turn, those come back into my hand. Now I'm going to untap. Alright, Heart of the Cards. If you have ever been with me, now is the fucking time. Right. Ironically, that's actually not bad.
Oh?
It's not great, but it's not bad. That might actually get me something. So, we're going to tap both planes for white. We're going to tap the Cancer for red. We're going to tap the Soul Ring for 2 colorless, Demolition Field to 3 colorless, and we're going to go with the Armory for white. Math bitch.
Oh, god damn it. Son of a bitch. Alright.
Okay. Now I've got options. Okay. So we are going to cast. We're going to pay 1 white. We're going to cast Light of Hope. We're going to put a +1/+1 counter on Math Bitch, making her a 6/6, exiling that, getting me a treasure. Ashmouth Dragon's going to do 4 damage to your commander.
Okay.
Because Gisela doubles it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to pay white out of the treasures to cast Defiant Strike. Do you have any? You don't have any flyers, do you?
No.
Okay. To cast Defiant Strike on the dragon, giving it +1/+0, drawing your card. I will do 4 damage to the elephant. I will get a treasure. I will draw a card. This goes into exile.
Okay.
I am doggy paddling for my life here. Then I'm going to swing with the dragon for 6 in the air, turns into 12 with Gisela.
Okay.
And then I will pass the turn.
I will take the 12.
Your elephant and your commander have both been shot for 4.
Heard. They are dead. Alright, let's hope I can find an answer to Gisela, or I'm fucked. Pretty sure this deck doesn't have any flyers.
I mean,
Gisela's tapped, right?
No, Gisela is not tapped. She has summoning sickness. My Ashmouth Dragon is tapped. Gisela is a 6/6 flying first strike current.
Red, green, black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cadena.
Okay.
For free.
Yeah. Draw a card.
Draw a card. Land per turn, crack it, go back to black.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Before you pass your turn, I'm going to pay 2 white. We're going to Light of Hope, put another counter on Feather, and deal 4 damage to your commander. And then and get a treasure. And then +1/+0 to Gisela. Get a treasure. 4 to your morph creature. Draw a card.
In response to you doing 4 to my morph creature, I think I can cast it. Let me double check. I cannot. Rip. Okay.
Untap. I will get those back into my hand. I will draw my card. I will play Nephalia Academy for turn. Because at the moment, what I need more than anything is mana. Oh boy. We're dog paddling here. Chat, it's fine though. It's fine. Let's do this. Red. Red. Colorless, colorless, colorless. Double vision. Whenever I cast my first instant or sorcery spell each turn, copy that spell and choose new targets for this copy.
Oh boy.
Mornings are purposeful and sacred, especially your morning coffee.
Then we're going to pay 1. We're going to cast Light of Hope. So I'm going to choose. This is going to get copied. So when this gets copied, I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on Gisela, exiling the original with Feather's ability. The copy is going to give me 4 life. I'm going to get 2 treasures. I'm only going to get 1 Ashmouth targeting. So that's going to have to hit you for 4, because I can't hit your creature.
Okay.
But I only get 1 because it doesn't activate on copies. It only activates on casts. Then I'm going to Plains, cast Defiant Strike on the Ashmouth Dragon, giving it +1/+0, drawing a card, I'm going to make a treasure, draw that card, and I'm going to get 4 damage to you again from the Ashmouth Dragon. I'm going to tap the Demolition Field and the Axgard Armory to play Arcane Signet because I need red mana sources. Holy fuck. So much dog paddling right now. We're at 18. Don't have any flyers. I may be able to get you this turn. So let's do this. We're going to sack treasure for red. We're going to Spark of Creativity on Gisela. Ashmouth's going to hit you for 4. I will exile the top card of my library. It is a Stone of Erech. I may play it this turn if I want. I get a treasure for casting the Spark of Creativity. It goes into exile. I can tap the Arcane Signet, play the Stone of Erech. If an opponent a creature controls would die, exile it instead. I don't think that's likely to come up a whole heck of a lot, but it's there. So I have currently cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spells this turn. You are at 14.
Yep.
I'm going to sacrifice 2 treasures. I'm going to cast Great Shot.
Okay.
So Great Shot Storms. So I've cast 6 spells this turn, so I copy it 6 times.
Oh boy.
The original is going to target Feather, and as a result, get exiled and deal her 1 damage. The other 7 copies are going to deal you 1 damage each, which doubles to 2 damage.
That kills me. That's 14.
Yep, and the Ashmouth Dragon would do another 4. That would also get me another 7 treasures.
God damn.
This is not supposed to be a storm deck. Whew.
Whew.
Oh. Oh boy. Ooh, that was close. Wow. That was a good game.
Good game, dude. Holy shit. That one had me going.
Yeah. I had a Monastery Mentor, which, like, I feel like the problem is I had stuff that, like, between Monastery Mentor and Chandra Hope's Beacon, it's like if I had gotten these out, they've been giving me a bunch of value and I've been in better shape. But it's like, but how? If I had not done it the way I did.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, for sure.
if I had traded one of the things for one of those, I'm reasonably sure I would have died instead.
In any other order, you were dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Any other order, you were dead.
Yeah. Oy, oy. And man, that hexproof creature, super good.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, super dang good. Like, I mean, and admittedly, hexproof is super dang good just in general. But yeah. Oh, nice. So actually, it wouldn't have done, the Brave Shot wouldn't have actually done any damage to Feather. Gisela is ridiculous. Math Bitch is. So, let's be fair.
I love her dearly. I love her.
Oh, I do too. And it's entirely possible, and I give you this as a warning, that I will wind up building Celine a deck built around Gisela instead of. Because once I swap out that Secret Layer Gisela for the profile Gisela from Commander Masters, then we'll have the Secret Layer Gisela. And I think that Celine would love the opportunity to go to a game store, put the pretty cherub Gisela down, and go, yeah, this is going to be my commander, and then stomp people into the brain.
Oh, mood. That's always fun.
Oh, yeah. Whew. Good games.
That was very good games. Yeah, holy shit. For playing decks, well, for the first round of us playing decks where we didn't know what we were doing, and then the Morph deck is always a complex one for me. So, like...
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts to that deck, that is for sure.
I remember now why I used to hate playing against that deck, and because 9 times out of 10, it's whoever's piloting it going, fuck, which one was this? Which one was that?
Yeah. That, and admittedly, like, any of those kinds of decks where it's like, hang on, I have to check and see which one this is. Like, if you're doing a lot of foretelling, if you're doing a lot of morph, like, it's a lot to keep track of, especially when you can't see it. Like,
Yeah.
It's one thing to keep, like, complex board states are part of Magic. That's fine. But it's another thing when it's a complex board state involving a whole lot of stuff that you can't just look at a glance and go, oh, that's what that is. That's what I need to do with that. It's, wait, what did I morph out there? When can I use this? When can I not? It's a lot.
It's a lot more nuanced to play decks like that, for sure.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Well, and, you know, the range of morph creatures that you have the option to use is not small. Like, there's a lot of options there. And that is, in and of itself, part of the problem. Like, you're talking about, you know, all of these things that are options. It's like, okay, well, which ones are you going to put in? And, you know, when are you going to get them? When can you flip them over?
Yeah. And, like, even in a realistic sense, I could have waited on the one thing and drawn it later on when I had the ability to get even more counters put on it, and then I could have gotten even more snakes later on in the back end of it, and just all this other stuff.
Yeah, there's so much going on with that kind of deck, and you piloted it very well. Like, 3 life. that was a lot of damage. I took. Well, and especially because that is a fast mover too. Like,
yeah, that deck moves incredibly quickly.
Being able to drop those morph creatures so soon, and then worry about paying the full cost of them later is a big help. Like
and then because then you're just sitting on the please, dear God, don't nuke my 2/2s, so I have the ability to sit and farm up the mana should I need to pay for what they actually are supposed to be.
Well, and admittedly though, like from a commander standpoint, like even in a decent sized multiplayer game, right, if we had a full table of 4, like even then, like unless I have like the Ashmouth Dragon that is tossing out enough damage just kind of at will, more or less, to be able to deal with them, I'm not spending removal on morph creatures.
Yeah.
It's not. Like, because the problem is, I have no idea, like, is that the one you need, or is it not? I have no way of knowing. And I don't, like, generous gift, I only get one of those, normally. I can't pull up a bunch of your creatures with that. So I'm not in any way, shape, or form pointing that at a creature I don't know. Like, that's just that is just flat out, that's how it's going to be doing it.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people are in the same boat of, you know, I don't run that much removal. How do I justify spending the removal on a creature, and it might be a 3/3?
Yeah. Where do I draw the line of this could turn into a threat and stop being afraid of the threats and just accept that maybe that one's going to be the bad egg?
Yeah. And I think the problem is with that kind of morph deck is that you're basically in a situation where I kind of have to wait until it flips and then decide if it's worth it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the Salt Road Ambushers, probably worth blowing up. You know, but especially like the Will Bender, I think it was, the one that counters when it flips. Like, once it's flipped, that
It's
ship is
just game
sailed.
over.
Like,
Yeah, there's nothing you can do with that. That's
everything
just
it was going to do.
Yeah. It's accomplished what it came to set out to do.
Exactly.
Whether you wanted it to or not, it was going to. It's already happened. You can't stop that ship from letting go.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and then the other thing is you can't interrupt a morph. Like, it's not something that you can do anything about because it's a special action. Like, you can't even use like an ability counter spell to do anything about it. And like, once you've said I'm morphing this, like it happens. Like, even if I bounce the creature, like the worst thing I could do at that point is bounce the creature.
But then I just put it back for free and start all over again.
Right, you put it back, and I'm in a worse spot than I was before because you've reloaded that. Like,
right.
You know, once that's down, like no. Like that stays, but oh man. And that deck has so much potential to it. I cannot wait until you get some of these decks put into into a deck list so that we can take a look, because I'm really curious what's in there.
Well, and so, like I said, the guy that I bought these off of, too, was very methodical in his decks. None of his decks were below, or were above, I'd say, like a tier 4. Like, I don't think this guy knew how to build non-ridiculous decks. Like, even his casual, like, I'm goofing around decks still wiped the floor with the rest of our decks every time we'd all play together. Like, this guy was a powerhouse. And a ridiculous Magic player to boot.
Definitely has some very good things. And one of the things that I really like is, and something that I have done already tonight, is if I see a new card, like if I see, oh, I didn't know that card existed, because admittedly, there are awful lot of Magic cards out there. Like, I didn't play for a decent chunk of the history of the game.
Yeah.
Between breaks and everything else, like, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Let me go grab that. And I keep a wish list, basically, of, you know, a bunch of cards for all sorts of things that it's like, oh, I didn't know that existed. I need to put that on my list so that I can potentially go grab that because, that's pretty awesome. Like, I didn't even know that was an option. And, you know, sometimes they're super expensive, sometimes they're not. But, like, I'm trying to remember what the card was that I had to rush over and I immediately put it on my list because I'd never seen it before. And I was like, oh, that's a thing.
I'd say the Sanguine duplicator.
The Changeling thing was definitely one of them. But there was another one I was thinking of. I'm trying to remember what it is as I scroll through my list to see if I can spot it and remember it that way. But yeah, like it's so neat to be able to, you know, watch people play or play with other people or with new decks and go, oh, Swarm Intelligence. Swarm Intelligence was the one.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, I have to.
That was a staple in his decks. Like, that was something he ran. If he was running blue, it was in there. Like, it was a non-competition that if it was a blue deck, he was running that card. Like,
oh yeah. Well, and especially in any deck that is going to be casting a lot of those sorts of spells, it's great. I'd love to put one in freaking Feather, but she doesn't run blue, so I can't. However, that will almost certainly find a home in Celine's Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief deck, which is not really what I want, but I do it anyway because I love it. Like, I can't tell you how many times, especially with the new spoilers for Wilds of Eldraine, that I've looked at something like, that's really neat. It's going to end up going in her deck, and I'm going to be sad.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because I'm going to have to play against that later. Ouch.
I think I'm going to spend tomorrow entering those decks into Top Down or something, because I've got nothing to do tomorrow, and Della's got some interviews, so she's going to be pretty much just in our room all day.
I mean, and I'll be around as well, and I've got therapy in the afternoon, but other than that, I'm basically...
My big bore about entering decks is it almost always turns into the struggle of, and then all my decks are sorted, and I have to shuffle like 4,000 times to get them unsorted. So...
here's a question for you. Why sort them?
Because
like,
the way that
format.
Well, because of the mana. I have to sort out the mana and count how many of each that there is.
But you don't, though. So
for the website that I use, I do. It has you do it all in batches. I mean, so I could go back and update the number every single time, but like it does like, so the way you do it is like mountain, parentheses, 40x for however many it is. So I could just keep tabs on where my lands are and go back and increase the number one by one every time. However, my ADHD brain will forget what number I'm on and what number I'm upgrading it to and where on the list it is the further down the list I go.
Right, but I mean, if you're inputting the deck list, so it's not a theoretical deck, you're not adjusting it, like, you literally just have to put in each card as you flip it over. And go, okay, so the top card is this card. I have one of these. Flip. This card. Flip. This card. Flip.
Yeah.
And when you get to a basic land, just tick up that basic land by one. And
the problem would be remembering to tick up the basic land by one every time.
Well, I mean, that's part of your... As you flip that card over and you go, okay, I see that this is one of the cards in there, that's when you tick that. And that way you don't... It's not like... Because you're literally doing it as you're flipping the cards over. Like, when I do mine, I have the cards literally in front of my computer on the desk. All right, this card, add card, flip. This card, add card, flip. So that way I don't miss any that way.
True.
And that would give you the opportunity to not have to, like, sort it out and go through all of that to go, okay, now I've got, you know, this many of this or whatever, and then reshuffle it all. It'll give you an opportunity to do, to just basically flip it each time. And then you're at least not reshuffling it constantly.
Yeah.
And that way you get, because the thing is, you're just going for a deck list at this point. Like, it's not about, oh, I'm trying to figure out how many lands I should put in here or whatever. Like, you already have the deck built. Like, it's already good to go. All you really need at this point is what all is in here so that you know what all is in there and you can share that with others and we can look at it and go, okay, oh, that's interesting, or I don't know why that card is in there, and go that way. So I think you can get away without having to sort them first.
Potentially.
But, you know, obviously, it's your stuff. You will absolutely be able to figure that out. But yeah, that is sort of where my brain goes as far as doing that sort of thing.
Yeah. It's a weird concept to me to do, because I, for the longest time, you know, didn't play with anybody who really needed to see the deck list, because we all played 3 days a week together. We all knew the decks on our own. Nobody really kept inventory of their shit, because we all just kind of kept it on us at all times. Like, when I was playing heavily in college, I kept my decks in my trunk of my car, and the car was with me at all times. I never let, you know, the decks out of my sight for longer than, you know, if I had to park to go get food for a minute, because, you know, I'm in college, but...
Oh, sure.
I should probably get better about making sure I actually archive what cards I have. Like, I have no idea what I have in bulk and singleton and stuff that isn't in a deck.
Well, and admittedly, that's one of the reasons that I'm really glad that we keep the list that we do, because it's so much easier to be able to go, hey, do you have this card? Hang on, 3 clicks later, oh, there it is. Or, nope, I don't see it. And not have to worry about, okay, well, what do I do, you know, with you know, it can go sorted, but even sorted, it's like, okay, well, let me go to the red box and find that letter and flip through however many cards there are under S. But
yeah.
Anyway, it is 10:30, and I should probably consider going to bed at a reasonable hour for the first time this week.
Potentially.
Yeah, it's late.
Should potentially do that.
Yep. I definitely potentially should. So I will leave you and the rest of Strim to do the rest of Strim.
Thanks for games.
Anytime.
Alright guys, I think we are going to find somebody to raid because I'm feeling kind of hungry, which means it's about time that I go get some food. Let's see who is online, shall we? You know, pulling out my phone so I could see who's online would be helpful. Be very helpful, actually. But thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I've missed playing Magic. It was nice to get back into playing it tonight. It really, really was. Nikki. We're gonna read Camilla Panda. This is Nikki or Camilla Panda. So loud. She's a good friend of mine. You guys are gonna love her. Take care of her the way you guys have take care of her. The way you guys have been taking care of me all night, I would greatly appreciate it. I know. One last try and you didn't get the, Rickroll. She's playing Baldur's Gate 3. I know nothing about Baldur's Gate other than it's D&D, but the video game. So I'm kind of excited to get hanging with her for the rest of the night. I will see all of you tomorrow night. Hopefully, I will keep you all updated in the Discord if that happens. Because I gotta meet with lawyers and things like that, and that's so fun. But I love you guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Did it not start the raid? Hello? Start the raid? There we go. Why is it not raiding? It's just automatically stop raiding. What? What is happening? Alright, now it's working. Cool. We're gonna get raiding Camilla Panda. She's playing some Baldur's Gate 3. Take care of her, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Stay up to date in the Discord. So that we know, you know what's going on with me and things like that. I'm gonna try and keep you guys as close to up to date as I can on what's going on with my situation, with my work and stuff like that. I love you guys so much. Thank you endlessly for all your support. Bye-bye.